This episode of Beaten Down is brought to you by Arco Roofing.
Are you in need of a new roof? Look no further than Arco Roofing. With nearly 20 years in the residential and commercial construction business, Arco Roofing doesn't just know how to re-roof your house or business, they understand how it was built.
Maybe you don't need a complete re-roof, perhaps just a repair will do. Arco's experienced team can assess your situation and provide the best solution for your needs, whether it's a minor fix or a full replacement.
Also mention that you heard about them on the Beaten Down podcast, and you'll receive $500 off any new roof.
Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your biggest investment with Arco Roofing. Call them today with your free roof report at 940-654-9096 or 817-304-1065. Again, that's Arco Roofing at 940-654-9096 or 817-304-1065. This episode of Beaten Down is brought to you by ABC Dump Roll-Off Dumpster Rental. ABC Dump is a locally owned and operated company. With 11, 15, 20, and 30 cubic yard dumpsters, they have the size for every occasion. Whether you're remodeling the house, cleaning out the garage, or doing commercial construction, they have the right size for your project. With upfront pricing and easy online ordering, ABC Dump makes ordering a dumpster as simple as possible. Give them a call or text at 682-803-8031 or order online at abcdump.net. That's abcdump.net.
And we're back, I guess.
We'll figure it out. I don't know.
I guess
It's recorded here. I don't know if it's over there.
So how we doing? How's everybody doing? Somebody needs to sit over there.
What?
Some sickly person.
You said that I was good.
You're good. You need to be. This will kill anything.
Yeah. It also, doesn't it, like, take away the effects of antibiotics?
No, I thought it enhances the effects of...
No, that's painkillers.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's just fake news.
Dr. Pepper, huh? That's what we got?
He said diet, Dr.
Have you seen, I asked him, Sprite has a new drink out?
Oh.
Sprite plus tea.
It's weird.
So it's a lemon lime tea flavored Coke.
Sprite,
Hey.
you said.
Sprite.
You just said Coke.
Flavored Coke.
Never,
They're all
never
Cokes.
in my life have I thought to mix Sprite with tea.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So someone told me,
Well, I mean, I
and
guess
I was like, okay,
people put lemon or limes in their tea.
right. And then I saw a commercial
Makes sense.
for it. And I was like, oh, and then somebody goes, oh, yeah, but only 12 packs. So far that I've seen, I haven't seen like a single.
Oh.
I'm not just going to buy a 12 pack and be like, maybe not.
You know, this sucks.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll wait till y'all buy a 12-pack and I'll try one.
And I'll wait till I find a single and I'll try one. You know, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't you? I'm sure they have 24 or 20 ounce bottles out there, but I don't know. But Sprite tea
Yeah.
sounds a little weird, huh?
Eh.
I don't know. News to me. So you're almost over your stuff, though?
Yeah.
Good.
So he's got one more day antibiotics, so he can't drink anything.
I mean, you're not supposed to, right?
Don't ask me.
Yeah, they do say.
I thought you were a doctor.
Close. Close. Very close.
I think they do say not to drink when you're taking antibiotics. It'll make them not work as well. But I think that's just like CNN fake news. You know.
I think so.
It was a Z-pack. Is that antibiotic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many days? Is it a 5-day or a 7-day?
5.
It's a 5-day Z-pack?
Yeah. Well, you take 2 the first day and then 1.
Yeah, I think 2, though. I think that really knocks it out. The other ones are just placebos.
Water pills.
Yeah. Yeah, they just help you feel better about yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Make you feel like you're still taking something. So just sinuses, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Head full.
That sucks because it's hard to sleep at night.
Yeah.
You always...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chess had something. Hers was bad, like cough. But of course, she would never go to the doctor.
You don't need to.
And then now
What's the doctor going to do? Give you a Z-pack?
Taylor was all clogged up last night, but she's got bad allergies sometimes, so I always just chalk it up to allergies.
Here's some Sudafed. Have fun.
Yeah.
Jeez, no. Luckily nobody in my house has anything.
I'm-
We did when it first started getting nice and wind blowing that shit in. I got a little stuffy there for a little bit, but Benadryl, Sudafed knocked it all out.
I'm a believer in Aleve D. I take that shit religiously when I get any kind of anything.
Really?
Yes.
I take BC powder whenever I'm out and
BC
about.
powder.
If I got
Okay.
sinus stuff,
But that
it's
has
the-
nothing to do with sinuses. It's just
Right.
if I have
got
an
this-
ache or something.
If I got the sinus stuff, it's that Advil cold and sinus that you got to be 18 to buy. That
Yeah.
They only sell behind. You gotta go
behind
to
the counter?
That's
Aleve
good
D
stuff.
is behind the
Yeah.
counter too. You got to sign your life away to get it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the shit.
I
Because
guess
people make drugs out of it.
Yeah, I think they make meth or something out of it.
And when they
And
put
I
you,
mean, that wouldn't happen in this town. But
No.
but then they put your name in the database. So if they see you buying,
Yep.
I guess more than
Yeah, give me 10 boxes. I'm
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
So the might as well just get into the Rams in the regional finals.
semifinal.
So, I thought it was regional finals, best of 3 against Seminole.
This is a regional semifinals.
They're best of 3 against Seminole.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where that is.
I think tomorrow.
I thought that was
the,
like
the
Florida.
game is in Graham.
Yeah, Graham. They played
Yep.
They played in Lubbock
That's so.
yesterday.
So that means that Seminole has to be out that way.
Yeah, they played in Lubbock
West
yesterday,
Texas.
and now they're playing in Graham tomorrow.
I ain't nothing but a Seminole win.
Yeah, blow.
Oh, that's a
Seminole wind.
John Anderson.
Blow like
Yeah.
you're never gonna blow again.
Turn to you like a long lost friend. I know who you
Alligators in the dark. It's a good song.
But yeah, so tomorrow I won't be able to go. I have to DJ, but I wanted to go. I was,
He
I
has-
was hoping they'd have an early game, like a noon, 1 o'clock game, and I'd go watch that.
When are they playing? Like 2?
4. It's like 4. First game's at 4. Third if needed.
What time is the DJ?
Sometimes
He doesn't know.
I have it in my phone somewhere. Doesn't matter to me. I'll be there.
Be there. I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Left first thing Saturday morning. Came home from work. Went to Lubbock.
What'd you do?
Loaded up all
Oh.
of Blake's shit.
Oh yeah.
Loaded up his girlfriend's stuff.
Oh
Ooh.
God. Did you have to take a trailer?
Yes.
Ugh,
And then got home about 11:30 that night.
awesome.
Round trip.
Yes.
There and back. You didn't even stay the night.
No.
Oof.
Oof. I've done it.
Yeah, that's
Well, I didn't
sucks.
want to leave all their shit in a hotel parking lot on
I-
a trailer.
I did it on a.
Yeah, that would be no. I would have never made it.
I did it on a Sunday morning when Tristan decided I'm not going to stay here.
Yeah.
Sunday morning, we left here at like 5 o'clock, got there. Dude, he didn't have a whole lot of shit there, luckily. Loaded his ass up. Oh, yeah. Loaded his ass up and came right back to town. Had it all fit in my truck and Tasha's Explorer at the time. And his car. Some stuff in his
You
car.
were in a real good mood.
I was in a great mood.
Blake didn't have a. I mean, he packed all his shit in totes, and it was not terrible. But Kylie, when she went out there, her grandparents were supposed to be selling their house while she was gone, so she took her bed
Oh, God.
and her dresser and her chest of drawers and bedside table.
Oh,
and,
God.
And then like, I don't know, 8 totes full
Jesus
of stuff.
Christ.
Excuse
Like
me.
all clothes.
Yeah, have y'all ever traveled with a trailer with a tarp over everything?
Oh, it was an open, like a flatbed trailer.
Yeah, my
oh,
flatbed
God.
trailer.
Oh boy.
And I was afraid it was going to rain.
Yeah.
So I put a tarp over everything. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a cargo net, thank God, and that stretches like a spider
Yeah.
web thing.
Yeah.
That helped a lot. But.
Ugh.
And then I went back to work again Sunday.
Ugh.
Oh, my God.
Then I come back home Tuesday, and I was kind of feeling bad. And then my walk in the door, and she says, "Our washer is out."
Oh, God.
So this was the week you were talking about.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So then Wednesday we go shopping for a washer,
It's always fun.
Did you get one that matches?
No. We went
Did you turn the other one into like a flower bed? Or
Oh
something?
yeah,
Oh, I
a
hadn't
flower
thought
pot.
of that.
I'll text Billy.
Yeah, thanks. No, right now it's a back porch monument.
Perfect. That's what the other one. That's what the ice box or freezer was, right?
Yeah, for a while. Yeah, but I don't plan on leaving it as long.
Okay, we'll see.
They was just sitting there like.
Have y'all bought a washer lately?
No.
I mean, it's been about, that other one lasted about 8 years. So the transmission, I think, is out. When a transmission goes out in one, you might as well just buy a new one.
They have a transmission?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And a
Yeah.
flux capacitor.
Was it the U-joint that went out or what?
I think a bearing, actually. So a new transmission is like $300 for
Oh,
one.
yeah.
You might as well buy a new one.
So
'Cause
anyway, so
$1,200 later.
So we go shopping and we're like, okay, we want this one. Where can I load it? Oh, you have to order it, and it won't. Home Depot says 11 days.
Good Lord.
I'm like, you don't understand. We need to wash clothes.
Yeah, we need it now.
So we went to Lowe's and got the same one, and it was 2 days I had to wait.
What brand did you get? Maytag?
LG.
That's what ours are.
Mine too.
LG. My old one was Maytag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so ours, we had to get like probably 5 to 6 years ago. The dryer went out first, and then we bought a new dryer, and then like 2 weeks later, the washer went out.
Did you buy a front load?
Yes.
I'm always worried about those. I've heard now they're probably better now, but when they first came out, they always had an issue with the arm that holds the whatever breaking.
The arm?
There's like an arm that comes out from the back that I guess holds
that holds the whole drum up?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
That breaks a lot. And so when we bought ours, I was like, they had like in the same style, you could buy either top or front load. And I told Tasha, I said, let's get top load. Just
Our last one was a
what I
top
heard.
load, and she swears that it don't clean the clothes as good, so we went back to a front load.
look, I don't do a lot of clothes washing.
That's what I've heard about you guys.
I don't know.
Front loading and top loading.
I don't know. I know that they had
That's
a good
a-
sale.
Blake's is a back load.
Yeah,
It was like
mine's a back.
$1,100 washer, and we got it.
God.
We got it though. We got it for $648.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I mean, with tax, he had to add tax.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
But still.
yeah.
Jeez.
Yes, the LG.
Welcome to
Oh
paradise.
shit.
That
So
was my week.
You finally get it in?
Just now, right before I got here.
That's
No
why,
shit.
That's why
That's why.
the new washer works so good.
No.
It looked
Presses
brand,
it.
It
No.
looked brand new.
After I installed it, she said the guy that delivered it said that
Let
you
it
have to
run.
run a cycle through it before you can wash clothes because I don't know, chemicals in the lines. I don't know.
No,
I never
it's like
heard of
seasoning
that,
a
but-
smoker.
So I sat there. It's like watching TV. I'm just watching, making sure there's no leaks.
The water goes up.
Did you get one of those fancy ones where you can like connect it to your internet and you can do it all from your phone?
No.
Ours is,
Whoa.
but it doesn't work.
I read something in the book on diagnostics. If you have some kind of code come up, you can put your phone up to it, and it, whatever tone comes out of it, your phone can read it and tell you what's wrong. I don't know.
Oh, wow. So ours has like a diagnostics button on it, both
Yeah.
the washer and the dryer.
Ours comes out, it'll pop out different error codes.
Yeah.
And you can just Google it and be like, what does this mean? It means your pump's bad. So I had to replace the pump on the washer.
Chaz told me about that.
There's pills for it, though.
Yeah, no, being a homeowner sucks because
Yeah.
everything is
Well,
you.
it seems like it happens all at once.
Oh, yeah. Abso-fucking-lutely.
I got a leak under the sink in the kitchen.
Just put a can under there. It'll be
Right
fine.
now, there's a
like a bowl or something.
bowl under it. 'cause
You
I was
know,
like,
and
I'm not.
I'm not gonna hex you, but usually when you start messing with plumbing, you're
know.
like, this is the one part I need to change. And then you start taking it loose, and there's like 6 more things.
That's why I haven't messed with it yet, because I was looking at it, and I was like, this is some voodoo shit.
Is it on the P-trap?
It's the fucking main... It's weird, because this is some very voodoo-looking added on over the years, because I was looking at it, and I was like...
It's Frankenstein pipes
I was
together.
I was like, here's the shut-off valve. There's the shut-off valve. What's this shut-off valve to? Why is there 3? This one maybe is the dishwasher.
Well, you should have two shutoffs,
Yeah.
right? Hot and cold.
Yeah.
And then there's another...
But you shouldn't have a shutoff that goes to your...
There's an oddball one
Well,
over...
I mean, if it tees off the cold, it probably is
Yeah.
going to your
I'm guessing it's probably
dishwasher.
the dishwasher. And then it looks like somebody had fixed it in the past, and I'm like...
You don't have one of those fancy cup washers, do you, up on top?
No.
You seen those?
But I do want to replace the... I've been wanting to replace the sink and everything anyway, so I'm like, maybe use this as an excuse. Got a leak down there, it's time to do it.
Why do you want to replace your sink?
It's just...
I don't remember your sink. Is it the one... And these I always hated, and maybe at the time they were nice and cool, but is it like the big on one side and small on the other
like
and
the
shallow on the other?
It's like the same side on both sides.
Yeah.
They're pretty deep, but I want just a...
You want like a
what they call it,
farmhouse?
Yeah. And the faucet needs to be replaced. It's older, and it's... the good old Mineral Wells water. It like...
Hey, $1,200 already he's in.
So I want to... We've been wanting to put... Because we always wash dishes by hand most of the time anyway.
You can do an undermount?
So I want like a...
Under the counter mount for your sink? Or a slide in over the counter mount?
Sliding over the... That's how this one is. Figured just... Then we can get one of the fancy cup things. I don't want it. That sounds like something else to go wrong.
I kind of want one, but I also don't. But they seem pretty neat.
Yeah.
I maybe just want one that's got the pull-down spray thing.
Well, so I
Because
took
it's just a regular old...
the faucet that we bought has a sprayer on there. So I didn't need the sprayer that typically would come with a faucet. So now I just have an extra hole,
You can put the...
which was going to be for like a soap dispenser.
Yeah.
But we took the soap dispenser because the garbage disposal we bought like a button. So you install the button in that hole, and the button turns it off and on. Works for us.
Whatever.
Instead of having like a switch, you
Yeah.
know, like an on-off switch, we just have the button that turns it off and on. So we use that. So if I want to do that now, I've got to put another one in there, and I don't want to put another hole.
When we were building his house, we put water above the stove,
Yeah.
and I was
Pot
like,
filler.
I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck do they want water at their stove for? And he goes, a pot filler. I said, what the hell's a pot filler?
It's so far from the sink.
Yeah.
You can just fill it up
Yeah.
right there.
But we use the shit out of it.
I bet. I've seen them before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they fold up to the wall.
Yeah, it's very convenient.
It's very bougie.
especially when you have
Fancy.
Very bougie.
when you have to like take it off the stove and turn around, 180 degrees, and there's the
I know,
sink.
it's so far.
How can anybody do that?
Very, very bougie. I mean, this is the same guy that needs a fucking scissor lift to replace his lights. So, is that one still out?
Yes.
God almighty.
What the hell?
I don't know. It's faulty wiring. I don't know who my electrician was.
How long did it last?
24 hours?
Maybe. Yeah, a brand new one, 24 hours.
Odd.
Sutherland's.
I assume he didn't screw it in enough.
Maybe. That's what I'm hoping. That I needed to put another Dave twist to it.
Just get something that you can kind of twist it or something.
You can't because you have to take the whole light out to get to that
It
part.
has you have to squeeze these little things and let it pull down to reach
What
in
the
there.
hell did you pick out?
This is what I was told. Can lights is all the rage these
I
days.
can see that thing's going to be out for like ever.
That's fine.
I mean, we didn't know he wasn't going to get a scissor lift to go with it.
Yeah, I assumed that the scissor lift would
high
come
is
with
that?
that
I mean,
house.
he's got a pot filler.
How
Why
high-
not get a scissor
How
lift?
high is that?
38 foot?
No. I think
He's
it's
38
20. I think it's 20. Is it more?
Well,
No, that scissor lift only
We-
rent 19 feet.
we have 10-foot ceilings right there
Yeah.
in the dining area.
Right.
That's a 10-foot ceiling.
I don't know. That scissor lift only goes 19 feet.
That's plus your height. So
Yeah,
that's-
plus your height,
Yeah, so
yeah.
that's 28,
Did you
38
have it
foot.
maxed out?
38
Did you have it
feet.
maxed out?
Huh?
Did you have it maxed out?
I don't know. Did I? I don't think I did, but it was damn near it.
I mean, it was right. I mean, as far as I know, it's 75 foot up there.
It doesn't matter because you're going to find a ladder. You're going to find a fucking 20-foot ladder.
His next option, he'll be buying scaffolding and having to put it together to get up there.
I'll do it if I have to, but then it's got to be on wheels so I can push it from one to the next.
It's scary climbing up that scaffold.
Well, that's how he
scared the shit out of
no,
me.
that's how he installed my
His big
fan.
ass fan.
Well, that's when he scared the shit out of y'all. Remember, he was up there when y'all walked in.
Oh yeah.
Those things you can't pick the height, So the 2 sections wasn't enough to be able to reach it. 3, I had about this much room, so I was laying on my stomach trying to work on it.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Terrible design. I don't know who designed this house. Terrible
I'm pretty
design.
sure I've heard you talk about you did.
Huh?
I did the blueprint. I've got the blueprints out, everything. I designed this. Let's hope that the next house getting built on this property is not designed by the same person.
Just get 8-foot ceilings. Then you can reach them out of a chair.
God.
Yeah, no, that's how I got Addie's. I just had a step stool that I reached up and got the ones out of Addie's room. So, and that one I didn't have to replace. I just wiggled it a little bit and it came back on. So I probably should have taken it off and made sure it was tight, but she hadn't said it was off. So it is what it is. Hey,
I meant well.
just another day in paradise,
First world problems.
Oh, so stupid. Well,
So, do we want to do...
well, let's hold off on that.
All right.
I got a
We're
question
gonna
for you.
forget again.
Probably. I got a question for you, though. Since Dave is here. Dave's on my team nowadays.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I know what this is then.
So, just listen. You've seen pictures of the Earth from outer space, right?
This ain't the penis Earth, is it?
No.
It was the hot dog.
Hot dog Earth. But pictures of Earth from outer space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say that you're on the moon, or however far you need to be to see that entire globe of the Earth. Okay. Now, let's say you have a strong enough camera that can zoom all the way into Earth and see the people. Right?
Okay.
And we all know that the Earth is on like a 23 degree axis, so it's not always straight up and down. So let's say it's on a 23 degree axis, and the Earth rotates. And let's say Australia is on the bottom of that Earth, and from where you're standing, your vantage point, and you zoom all the way in so you can see the people in Australia. Are they going to be upside down when you zoom in? Because if it's on the bottom of the Earth and you're zooming in to see them, will their head be pointed down? Because of how they are standing on the Earth relative to where you're at?
No, it's weird. It's weird. I never thought about it.
Or if they're let's just say they're in North America, and North America is on whatever side, right or left side, as you see it, and you zoom into them, are they going to be standing straight out from your vantage point if you zoomed in far enough?
It depends on where you're at.
Well, I'm saying, so if you're looking at the Earth from that distance where you're seeing the entirety of the globe, the entirety of the world, and you zoom in to one segment, because relative to where they are, they're standing, north and south, or up and down, or whatever. The way we feel ourselves. But if you're that far out and you're able to zoom in far enough, are the people in Australia, if it's at the bottom, as it's turning, if they're on the bottom, are they standing where their feet are up and their head is down?
That'd be crazy.
Or if it's somewhere along wherever it is, equator, whatever, are they standing sideways on the Earth from your vantage point?
Just in China.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, just think about it.
I am. Never have thought about it before, but now I am.
Relative to where we are, like we are just standing on Earth, right?
Yeah.
And everybody should be exactly how we are.
Right.
But from someone's vantage point out there, looking at us, that can zoom in, if Australia is down, because of the 23 degree tilt, if they're on the bottom of it as they're rolling around, they should be head from our from where it should be going down, and the earth should be up, right? It should look like again, we've talked about, there's a cartoon image or a drawing where it's the world and all these people are holding hands. I think we talked about it with Layla and Audrey, and they're holding hands. And so all their heads are pointed like away from Earth.
Yeah.
So the people in Australia, their heads should be pointing like into the down direction.
I like it.
Yeah, sure.
Their feet are getting sucked to the earth like magnets.
Right.
So
Gravity.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy to look at, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Holy shit.
They're upside down.
I mean, you ever seen Marvin the Martian when he's
Yeah,
gonna
'cause he
blow up
walks-
the earth with his P-835 explosive space modulator?
Space modulator. Isn't that weird to think about, though? Like if we're on a globe, that's how it should be.
What if they were on a weenie Earth?
Well, it depends on where they're standing.
I mean, they still could be upside down on
They-
the weenie.
they-
Well,
Good.
they're definitely upside
Yeah.
down somewhere.
Yeah.
The weenie earth.
But okay, isn't that weird to think about that we're standing here and on the exact opposite side of the world, if there's land, those people are standing the exact opposite of us right now?
Well, they're sleeping.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, all the old cartoons, if you dig all the way, like Bugs Bunny, when
Yeah,
he come
that's what I
out
was
and
thinking.
he would always come out out of the dirt
Yeah.
at their feet.
Right. And they'd
Yeah.
have to turn it.
Yeah.
The camera goes,
Should have took a laugh at Albuquerque. Isn't
Albuquerque.
that weird
Well, yeah,
to think
that's-
about?
That is. That is weird. Yeah, when you sent that picture of the penis earth, I just saw the picture and I'm
It's
like,
not a penis Earth. It's a weenie Earth.
potato.
I've got I got an update for y'all.
All right.
December. We don't know the exact date, but I can probably tell you pretty quick if I pull it up real quick. Probably the 6th,
Yeah.
because that is Eddie's birthday.
All right.
That's a Saturday. Quinceañera is on.
All right. Yeah. You
Oh,
told me,
boy.
She said she wants to go pick out a dress. We got to start planning it. She's already got people picked out to be in her entourage.
yeah. Court.
Her court, yeah, it's her court.
Something like that. Shouldn't the
So-
dress almost like a wedding dress almost
Oh yeah,
for this?
oh yeah. They're just not as expensive, but they're not cheap. So, and now we're trying to find a venue. Which luckily we didn't wait till the last minute to try to find a venue. She said she's fine with the sheriff's posse.
It's everyone I've been to besides one has been
No,
at the sheriff's posse.
The
Besides
the
one.
big activity centers where I always went to them at, out on the base.
Oh, where was that? They were always at
I
the
think you
sheriff's
should
posse.
rent the Crazy Water.
Yeah, that's probably.
I thought about doing the sheriff's posse in Weatherford because that's actually a very nice sheriff's posse. You ever been
You
there?
don't think the one here's nice?
Oh, it's fine. Beautiful. Probably the best, if I would imagine.
What kind of? What? Who's cooking? You cooking?
No, we've already talked. We are cooking. You said you would help me.
What are we cooking?
This is going to be the weekend after the 6th.
No, it will be the 6th.
What did we say? Did
The
you say you
6th.
knew what we were cooking?
We were talking about pork butts, but I don't know.
I mean, that's the easiest.
Yeah.
Doing like street tacos
Yeah.
and stuff. That's the easiest.
Yeah.
The 6th on the... Oh, that's a Friday?
That's a Saturday.
Saturday.
Because you can do like 4 of them, be like 80 pounds of
June?
pulled pork.
December.
Oh, I was like, oh, shit.
October?
I was like, I don't remember it being hot on all those other crazy birthdays we went to with all the screaming.
Oh, God. Y'all came to one of those. I've been to every one of them. It's not great.
That'll be fun though.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Everyone I've ever been to has been fun. I think
I've enjoyed it.
I got tipsy at every one.
I've never had to put one on, though. I've just shown up and either been in it or hung out. So, great times. So excited.
We got plenty of time.
Of course we do.
Plenty.
Yeah,
A plethora.
if you will. Yeah, so she's already got her colors picked out, and I'm great with colors. And I told her these colors don't go well together. She wants pink and gold. Does that go together?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
I said those don't go together. She goes, ugh, yes they do, Dad. Blah, blah, blah. She also said she doesn't want boys in her court.
I thought you were supposed to.
You are. She goes, except for who's walking her. I go, okay, so when you do your dance, who are the girls dancing with? She goes, oh.
Yeah, you gotta have.
So you have to have girls.
Yeah.
She was like, the boys are stupid in my grade, and blah, blah, blah. And I go, it doesn't get better. We're stupid from now on, just so you know.
Yeah, we're stupid from, I mean, she's doomed.
Yeah.
I mean, just listen to this podcast once.
So,
Yeah, we are.
But we fix shit, so you need us.
yeah, we do.
Oh, wait. Some of us fix shit.
It works. It just leaks.
Yeah,
So it's fixed.
just like my sink, it works.
I mean,
Just leaks.
I guess I'll have to bring my tool bag and fix it whenever he
You
gets,
don't have to
gets
bring-
a valve.
You don't have to bring Blake over here. That's his tool bag. Hey,
He's got a big old giant tool.
yeah.
Is there tools in there?
Yeah.
See, some of them are probably
I
brand
mean,
new.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There are some brand new
still
ones
in
in
the
brand new,
package.
there's some brand new tools.
My father-in-law got me this tool thing for Christmas. I think it was Christmas, and it came with a stand, but it was just like 150 different screwdrivers of all different kinds. You know, I was very excited for it, and it's the ones where you can just hold on to it, and the end kind of turns in your hand as you're turning them.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Not ratchet, but just the
not ratchet, but they turn
back spin.
Yeah, which I like those because that way I'm not having to wrench my whole arm to do it. And it came with a stand, and so I was just going to put the stand up there on top, but it didn't fit. And then as I shut it on there, I broke one of the legs off the stand. So now I just got a drawer. They're all laid out nice and neat all together, all
I'm
organized.
sure they're exactly the way they were when you put them in
We
there.
should just get a thin wrench, make one that'll fit in there, so we can tighten that.
And
thing
yeah, that's
up.
all. That's all it is. I just didn't have it's got to be thin.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you know what size though?
That size.
Uh-huh.
This size, somewhere around
So
there.
penis size.
Yes.
They have those ones that are like really flat.
Yeah.
Like
That-
really
well,
flat.
Yeah.
A lot of people can go to like Harbor Freight and buy one, and then get a grinder, grind the shit out of it till it's thin,
Oh.
and then throw it in the trash
Get a
or
grinder?
use it for the next time or whatever.
So I have some that are real thin. I'm one of those guys that keeps all the shit that you get when you order.
Oh yeah, like
you know,
when
all those
when
Allen
you-
wrenches. And,
Like I just got a wrench with my washing machine
Right.
to tighten
Right.
or loosen the legs to raise them up and
right.
down.
And so I'll have. I
It'll
have
probably fit.
maybe, but I have 8,000 of those that and none of them. And some of them are real flat. Just none of them are fit. They're either too small or too big. So I guess those I could have cut one that was too small and made. Damn, Dave, look at you,
I just have to be in the room.
Yeah.
And
Gosh,
he gets
damn.
wiser.
Dave. What a
Yeah,
genius!
There we go. He's got a plan now.
Well, we'll see.
But he's gonna be like this next week. I was cutting that wrench.
Missing a finger.
Use gloves.
Just half of one. What's a glove going to do? Get cut off with my finger?
At least it won't be as bloody.
Annabelle was in New Orleans.
I saw that they were moving Annabelle around. Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
Why are they messing with that?
That doll?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the real one.
Supposed to leave it in that curio
It-
cabinet.
Well,
They've
it
been-
was.
They've been transported in that cabinet, but they
And then what happened in New Orleans?
Ma-
Like 11 convicts escaped.
Ah.
And then one famous house burnt down. Like an old house that's been there for a while burnt down.
well, don't be fucking with that shit.
Oh.
Fucking Annabelle was there.
Yeah.
And they're still trying to catch all those inmates that escaped. They've arrested some people that worked there as conspirators
job.
to help them get away.
That's just like digging up the Jumanji board.
Mm-hmm.
You just put that shit back in the dirt.
That's right.
Right.
Cover it back up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had I had a dream a couple nights ago. It was weird. I was on a, you know what is the bobsled at
Six Flags.
Six Flags.
Uh-huh.
So it's,
I think it's gone now, right?
yeah,
Is it?
I think.
I don't know.
That was in like Mexico.
Yes.
Because it was
Bobsled?
because it was over there by like
Yeah.
the boat
Mm-hmm.
and the-
Conquistador.
Conquistador and the sombrero.
Yeah.
It was over there.
Huh? I didn't
I mean,
remember
who doesn't think about bobsledding when you're
in Mexico, right? I mean, who doesn't?
It's Remember they had repainted. Remember we used to be blue, and then they had painted it like
Green and red.
no, they had done
Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and
They
green.
had done it like the
They, my daughter Amanda was there about 2 months ago, and she said that they repainted one of the big roller coasters, and that Mexico was shut down because they are.
Immigration.
No. I knew you were going to go there. I knew you were going to go
Trump
there.
shut down Mexico and Six Flags. Too?
I mean,
damn. He put tariffs on it.
his arms are long. Okay,
Damn.
they're supposed to be remodeling. I don't know.
Damn.
So they deported a bunch of people. Is that what you're telling
I
me?
guess.
They still got the slanted house there too. Remember?
Casa Magnetica. That's just what it's called. And I don't know. I haven't been to Six Flags in so
I
long.
haven't been a long time either.
Anyway, so back to my dream.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where we were.
Bobsled.
Well, we weren't in Six Flags because below this ride were houses. So
Could be.
could be.
what they're doing. Maybe you're psychic.
Anyway, so it's like me and Facto and Robin and Tasha. And so they're letting us go. They're individual sleds, but as soon as one went, they let the other go. And then one went and they let the other go. Right? And so I get up. I'm like in the middle of the pack. So it's like Facto, Robin, me, and Tasha. Well, I'm catching up to Robin, and I'm like fixing to hit her, so I maneuver myself to the side, and then it comes up on a turn, and I feel myself going up, like fixing to go out, and so I grab hers, and then we both fly out with our sleds.
You piece of shit.
Right.
You took her off the track.
Shit.
And then we both land on the ground as we're falling. Our sleds disappear, and we both land on the ground, feet first. Boom. And both break our legs, and we're having to walk back to the end of the ride to get with to let Facto and Tasha know, hey, our legs are, so we're walking with broken legs. Yeah.
As anybody does. That's it.
Right. Yeah.
Did y'all do like?
I woke up.
Did you do like feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme? Come
Yeah,
on,
of
guys,
course I
stop
did.
Before you went.
Of course I
I can't
did.
ever remember dreams.
I'm trying to find. So I looked up.
Remember a lot of them.
I looked up the meaning. Okay, so breaking your when you dream about breaking your legs, it symbolizes feelings of being held back or unable to move forward in life.
Yikes!
It can represent.
Sorry, Tasha.
So it can
Yikes!
it can represent obstacles, a loss of stability, or a fear of failure. Some interpretations suggest it reflects emotional vulnerability,
Explains the light.
a need for rest, or even a warning to slow down and reassess your path.
No, that's good.
If the dream here's where it goes. If the dream involves someone else breaking your leg, which that didn't happen, but maybe I broke Robin's leg.
Maybe.
I mean, one could make the argument that I broke her leg by
Yeah.
pulling her
Yeah,
off.
I mean,
Yeah.
It might indicate conflict or betrayal.
Jeez.
Wow.
So maybe she has. Well, that's my dream, not hers. So, and then I asked, what if me, what if me and a friend break our legs together? You know, type of thing. It says shared obstacles, shared setbacks, blah 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 blah.
Well, you sound like you got some stuff to work out.
Yeah.
I just got to find out what's holding me back. Damn it, Tasha.
I think it's just the light.
It is the light holding me
The
back.
light. You're just thinking about that light, and
And I can't
you
move
said-
forward.
You said there's something about somebody letting you down. Dave always fixes everything, and it
betrayal.
didn't work.
Oh, God. And then I was talking to someone whose name rhymes with Rot Smaker,
I don't know who that is.
Scott Baker. And he has a dream. He said he's had it a few times of like demon possession and stuff like that. And I'm like, what in the hell are you doing?
Maybe he is.
I thought you were going to say his price went down to come on the show.
Oh, no. But that seemed so. Then I was like, well, what's that about? And it says it symbolizes deep fears, emotional struggles, or feelings of powerlessness.
Sounds about right to me.
It says it reflect anxieties about your family, past wounds, or subconscious fears.
I read something one time about if you dream about snakes. What's it say about snakes? Or do you know?
I can find out, though.
There's something about if you dream about snakes in your dream. There's something.
Really?
See what it says.
I think it just means you're afraid of snakes.
No.
Yeah. It means you're a bitch.
Don't be a bitch.
Dreams about snakes can have a variety of meanings depending on the context and emotions involved. Generally, snakes in dreams symbolize transformation, hidden fears, or challenges. And then it kind of goes in through fear and danger. Snakes can represent threats or deceit, possibly indicating someone untrustworthy in your life. Transformation and renewal. Since snakes shed their skin, they can symbolize personal growth, change, or a fresh start. Healing and wisdom. In some cultures, snakes are associated with medicine and knowledge.
Have you been dreaming about snakes?
No.
Oh, I thought that's why we were going over this.
No.
You just picked
Hell
that. You
no.
just picked something.
No, I just told you my news supply place
Oh, yeah, of course.
had snakes. Dreaming about
What if
snakes.
they're on a plane?
I'm tired of these motherfucking
Then
snakes.
it's a bad movie.
Since we're talking about creatures, did you see what they've done with the common house spider?
What have they done with it?
They've been fucking with it.
Who's they?
Scientists
Oh.
Science.
at the University of Beirut in Germany
Oh no.
have successfully used CRISPR-Cas9, so CRISPR-Cas9, to create the world's first gene-edited spider that produces glowing red silk.
Oh shit.
Okay.
The research team, led by this professor, they targeted the common house spider and inserted a gene that codes for red fluorescent protein. They microinjected that CRISPR-Cas9 complex along with desired gene into unfertilized spider eggs. The spiders were anesthetized with carbon dioxide during the procedure. After mating, their offspring began producing silk that fluoresced red under special lighting.
Special lighting.
That will come in handy at Halloween.
This development
Yes.
not only marks a major breakthrough in genetic engineering of arachnids, but also opens new doors for biomaterial research.
This is when somebody gets bit by that thing and they become spider.
Spider-Man.
Hmm.
Why do we have to fuck with stuff? Why do we need glowing red spider web?
Why not? What else we got to do?
Not fuck with spiders. How
You
about
don't like-
that?
You don't like spiders.
I
He was
hate-
all stomping outside earlier.
dude. I fucking.
I said, "What are you doing?"
hate
Spider.
spiders.
Spider.
Well, you would have been in hell the last 2 days where I've been.
I would have left. I'd have just gone home.
Working for my dad, somebody he does business with all the time had an old mobile home,
Oh, shit.
Oh God.
and they're trying to unhook everything so they can haul it out.
Oh,
So
God.
we took the sideboards off
Oh,
the
yeah.
outside,
Oh no.
and we are having to go under there, and it was nothing but black widow
Oh,
cobwebs hanging down everywhere. It looked like
arachnophobia.
Nope.
it looked like
Nope.
a bad scary movie under there.
Nope. No, thank you. Out.
Yeah.
Black widow spiders. Did you actually see any spiders? Or just
No, but a
cobwebs.
whole bunch of those little
Egg.
egg ball
Oh.
sack things.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nope.
If you don't think about them, they leave you alone.
Dude, I watched. y'all know Coyote Peterson. I sent you that video. Coyote
yeah.
Peterson.
Oh,
The
God.
dude that
That dude's a
The
lunatic.
dude that let
he
shit
let that-
bite him all
Yes.
the time.
When he
Yeah.
let that giant centipede that was in my front yard, that thing was big.
Yeah.
You saw
Yeah.
that video?
The one he was holding looked
I sent it
gigantic
to
too.
you.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
was huge. It
He
was the
does
same
that
size.
though. He's done it with those
Tarantulas.
cow.
Well, there's one. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Cow
about.
bee or cow ant or
Cow killer,
cow. Yeah,
something like that. But he had a tarantula hawk, which is just a big.
Yeah. Giant
wasp.
hornet looking thing.
He let that thing get
But
him.
he said that centipede was like he said that was the worst of any like bug sting.
That dude is fucking nuts.
That thing was,
There's what's that? Bullet ant.
yeah.
He's done a
Oh
bullet
yeah,
ant before.
I've seen that one too. Yeah,
No, thank you.
yeah.
Hell
That's
no.
about the size of the one that in that video though, in my front yard, and it started
Yeah.
running towards the house.
And he
That's
let
when
that. You saw its fangs.
yeah, screw that.
No, sir. Dude, I don't like getting just a fire ant.
Yeah.
Can you imagine anything else? The shit that like paralyzes your arm when you get bit by it or something? Hell no. That dude
Yeah.
does it for fun.
Idiot.
For views.
I saw him do. There's like a caterpillar called like
Oh yeah,
flame.
the real poofy one.
Yeah, it's like flame back or flame dragon, and so like the hair on its back kind of looks like flames. And he put it against his skin, and he kind of let it.
Ugh.
Screw that!
I think he
dude.
had one of them fucking lizards bite his ass before.
Oh, I'm sure.
Those Gila monsters.
I thought those were. They got a lot of venom in their
Yeah,
saliva or something, right?
Yeah.
I think that's why he let it bite him.
What's a? There's another. Oh, there's a monkey that has venom glands on its body, and so it'll like put it on its hands and like lick its mouth and then bite you, and that's how you. It's like a venomous monkey.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Why are we doing this? Like, why? Is,
Well, we didn't do that.
I know.
For views.
Right. Beaver glands, since we're on weird animals.
Oh.
So
Those.
beavers,
Okay, a
beaver,
real beaver.
a real beaver.
Oh, okay.
It's the beaver that builds a dam.
Okay.
They have glands, and they're called castor sacs. They produce castorum.
Is that the same as beaver nuggets? Because I've ate
Close,
those.
good.
very close. Do you think you've ever consumed castorum that comes from beaver glands?
Since you're asking, I would assume we probably have.
You have. You've probably sprayed it on your body. It's used in perfumes and colognes. It's been used in food flavoring. Most commonly to replace vanilla, strawberry, or raspberry flavoring.
Huh.
What the fuck did they just say?
Wow.
Ooh.
It's used in medicines for headaches, fever, and they use it to trap other beavers to lure beavers. But they use it in ice cream. So basically anything with like a vanilla flavoring, strawberry flavoring. They say they don't use it as much anymore, but it still is in use.
Weird.
Beaver.
We don't know we don't know what the hell we eat.
How do you find that out? Oh, this smells wonderful. This smells like vanilla. Let's taste it. Oh, it tastes like vanilla.
Licking the beaver's
Somebody was
ass.
doing not nice
Yeah,
things with a
somebody
beaver.
Some mountain man was out there. Hey, that beaver looks good.
Let me lick your glands, beaver.
I mean, who the hell thought to lick a frog's back to get a
You
high?
get high? Yeah, it's because they have that,
man.
what is it? Like a,
Look
not
at
venom,
that.
but poison or whatever they have on their back.
sounds like
Look at that frog,
sounds like
man.
a-
I want to get fucked up.
Let me
Let's
lick
see-
that
Let me
thing.
see if that does anything.
Well, it's like the first person that said, I'm going to eat that mushroom.
Yeah.
But don't eat those.
Yeah.
Those will fuck you up.
One guy died.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
not
probably-
those.
They just eat
Not
anything.
those ones.
What kind was it? No, not those, not those.
Yeah. No, the ones you're supposed to eat grow out of cow shit, right?
Oh, to get you high, I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The shrooms?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never had them.
Oh,
Blake.
I haven't. I have not. I don't need
Are you
anything-
sure?
I don't need anything that's going to put hallucinations on my ass. No telling what I'd see. There's no telling what Daniel would see.
I know. He already sees people
Oh, he
falling out
You
of
might
roller
finally,
coaster
you might
rides.
finally see like colors.
Bobsled.
I might see
You
colors
might
for
finally
real.
see colors. Like you're like,
Ooh.
holy shit!
For real. That'd be awesome.
You should do it.
No, thank you.
I want him to get some of those glasses.
I still those chroma glasses. I'd like to try it, but I
I'm
don't.
surprised you never had it.
Honestly, I don't give it. Like it'd be neat probably to see everything, but I don't give a shit.
We'll video you.
I've lived. Oh, I start crying.
Yeah,
I've lived
he'll be
44
crying
years.
like all the other videos we've seen. Put them on. This is red.
Oh, you put them on and be like, Nothing looks different.
It all looks the same. What are you talking about? These are just regular glasses,
Yeah.
idiots.
First color we show him. This is gray.
Yeah, this is what gray really looks like.
It's like that looks like everything I see. You have anything before we go? Or do you want to just jump right into it?
We'll jump into it.
Okay.
So now, we forgot it last week.
Oh.
And there's new ones anyway.
There is. So now it's time for Daniel Blake's Death Corner.
Boop, 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 ba-doop, 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 boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doo. Hey, we haven't used it in a few weeks, and I still got it.
He always does his fingers.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to.
It's like he's doing a dance.
Sponsored by Leaky Lawnmowers. All right. So you had one.
We'll do mine last.
Okay. So the one I forgot last week was a Texas country singer legend, especially South Texas. One of my mom's favorite singers, Mr. Johnny Rodriguez, passed away. And
What songs do you have?
let's see how old he was.
Wasted days and wasted nights.
No, that's Texas
My
Tornadoes.
bad. My
He
bad.
passed away May 9th. He had
Oh, that's Freddie.
Just
Fender.
Get Up and Close the Door. Love Put a Song in My Heart. We're Over. Down
I'm
on the Rio
over
Grande.
you.
But my mom, one of her favorite, like George is probably her top one, but Johnny's right there with. In her eyes, Johnny Rodriguez and George Strait are like same level.
Really?
Oh yeah, she loved him. He was 73.
73 years old.
So shout out to Johnny. And then we had a pretty big one. I think.
Before we go there,
Okay.
the owner of the Colts, Jim Irsay,
Oh yeah.
passed away.
And he was fairly young.
Yeah, I was trying to find out how old he was.
I think he was only like 67 or something.
Yeah, he was pretty
Remember, you said that was young.
For a billionaire,
Oh,
damn for a billionaire. Yeah,
it's not young.
he was 65.
Damn.
Owner of the did I say Colts? I didn't look too much into him. I thought maybe you might know more about him than I do. I want to just
I don't know
put him in my notes.
Don't know nothing about him besides he's the owner of the Colts.
Now we can go to that one.
All right. Big guy that we all know of. We all know him as his name, Norm
Norm
from Cheers. Mr. George
Went
Wendt passed away.
W-E-N-D-T. Went.
Yeah. But anybody about our age or even a little older, even my parents and stuff watched Cheers because it was what started like early. I mean,
Oh
early
yeah.
80s.
No, it was.
How old was he? Well, started at 82. He went 11 seasons.
Oh.
I remember I had restarted trying to watch that.
So I tried to find
He was
because
76.
one of my favorite, like Norm was like listening to all the greetings. Hey Norm, and he'd come in. You know, how's it going, Norm? Or what's
Well,
up?
I
What's your...
sent that to you on TikTok where it's like,
So it's every time
It's like
he came
him
in,
just
he
going
came
in
to the
there
bar,
and
and he'd always have like a quick
Yeah.
thing to say about it. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what's up,
How's-
Norm? My blood pressure and blah 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 or whatever. You know,
what's going down? My cheeks on this stool.
my
Pour
cheeks
me
on
a
the
beer.
stool. But one of the, and I don't remember watching Cheers like the entirety of the show, and I don't remember even the last episode. But one of the things I've seen multiple times is like his final goodbye on Cheers when they were closing the bar down, and Norm, like everybody walks away, and Norm stays there with Sam, which is Ted
Danson.
Danson. And he's like, hey, I didn't want to say this in front of everybody else, but I want to play it because it's got a lot of good stuff in
Yeah,
it.
I think I watched that one.
Sammy, I didn't want to say this in front of the others, but you know what I think the most important thing in life is? It's love. You want to know what I love? Beer, Norm? Yeah, have a quick one.
Yeah, I got time for one more.
Sammy, I love that stool. If there's a heaven, I don't want to go there unless my stool is waiting for me. And I'll tell you what, even God better not be on it. You wouldn't dare. I don't think it matters what you love, Sammy. It could be a person, it could be a thing. As long as you love it totally, completely, without judgment.
That kind of goes pretty good.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And so, like, the headline of that video said, Norm had it right. Rest easy. Go and find that stool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, to Norm.
So that's a very good TV show. Too.
Cheers to Norm.
Cheers to Norm. The weirdest thing is, though, what was the title of our episode last week?
Oh, where everybody knows your name.
The title of our episode was, because we were talking about, I'm sure you listened.
80s, 90s show.
We were talking about
killed Norm?
we were talking about TV show 80s, 90s.
We were singing theme songs.
Theme songs, and of course, one of the ones that came up was Cheers.
Yeah.
And we even sang a little bit of it. And then when we were thinking of a title, I was going through all the themes that we had sang, and I was like, "Hey, well, everybody." And then he freaking died. We killed him.
Oh my God! I'm sorry. Jesus.
That's weird, though.
He's visiting Kirstie Alley now.
Yeah. Forget she passed away.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
The Weight Watchers girl.
She wasn't even one of the originals.
And he was 76 years old.
Yeah. And he was always kind of a fairly big guy.
Woody Harrelson was on there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He wasn't an original, but he
Right.
he came on there like season 3 or something.
Yeah, there was an old man that was the
They
original
called him Coach.
coach. He was the original bartender.
Yeah.
And then it went from Kirstie Alley to the other girl that was his love interest in the show. Or did it go from her to Kirstie Alley?
Yeah, the first one was the lady from like Money Pit and everything.
Yeah.
With Tom Hanks, the
Yeah.
blonde. I can't remember what her name is, but yeah, she was the original, and then
Wasn't there a dark-headed, curly?
yeah, she was
Rhea Perlman?
She was
Is
the
she was the one on Taxi or something?
Yes, she's Danny
Yeah.
DeVito's wife,
Yeah,
right?
she-
in,
I
in real life?
yeah she was Carol. She was always the real like
Yeah.
she was the original one. Shelley Long was the
And what was the guy that played the mailman?
Cliff.
Cliff.
I mean, but his real name was John Rasenberger.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of
so
voiceover.
one of the videos, it's the last one, and he's like, I'm just trying to figure out what life's about. And Cliff goes, I know what it's about. I know what it's all about. He's like, what? Everybody's, what is it about? He goes, shoes. Having comfortable shoes. And he's like, there's nobody in the world that ever did anything worth a damn or whatever if they weren't wearing comfortable shoes. And he's like, name somebody. And Frazier started naming all people. He's like, whatever. He was wearing Jesus, wearing sandals. And he's like, but he named off a coat. Wearing flip flop, or he called them thongs. Wearing thongs, most comfortable shoes there is. And just loaf. One of them was wearing. I think he said Einstein loafers. Or he's like he was Socrates wearing sandals.
Yeah,
and then wearing loafers.
Yeah, that's a good show.
It was a great show. I need to go back and watch that.
I saw one episode. This guy shows up and he's looking around, and he's like, "I have been gone. I had to go to out of Alaska. I've been gone. I haven't been here since the '60s." And he's talking to Woody and he's telling him everything that's different. He goes, "Them stairs went that way. This was this." He goes, "That paneling over there was different." And he goes, "What paneling?" And he's like, "That paneling behind Norm." he knew Norm from like the '60s. 'Cause he's just sitting there drinking. He's just sitting there drinking a beer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had started that like 5 or 6 years ago. I was like, I'm gonna start Cheers and watch it all. I made it like 3 seasons, and then whatever I was watching it on, took it off of it. And I was like,
God!
I never started it back, but it's good.
There's one more we have for Death Corner, and this one hit home for me pretty good. Morris the alligator.
Oh yeah,
Hollywood reptile legend Morris the alligator, best known for chomping off Chubbs' hand in Happy Gilmore, died at over 80 years old after decades of film and TV. So that, he was in many shows apparently.
What else was he in?
Morris starred in classics like Dr. Dolittle 2,
Never seen it.
Interview with the Vampire,
Okay.
and even appeared with Steve Irwin on The Tonight Show. He'll be taxidermied so he can, as the Sanctuary put it, continue to scare children for years to come. And
Crazy
then
how long them things live.
all I could think about was Happy Gilmore.
Mm-hmm.
When Happy looks up to the sky, and there's Chubbs,
and the alligator.
there's the alligator,
and Abraham
Abraham Lincoln.
They're all, hey, Happy.
Hey, Happy.
And what's funny is Apollo Creed, he passed away last year.
Chubbs passed away. And
I always call him Apollo Creed.
And obviously Abe Lincoln also passed away.
Yeah, long. Hey, that's supposed to come out this year, maybe? The new Happy Gilmore 2?
It's supposed to be this year. I don't know if
The
I
second
wonder,
one?
did they film the new one with the alligator in it?
Oh, that'd
Before
be well. No, because the alligator was dead.
Yeah, he's died.
just now.
No.
but he
In the
died
movie,
he died
in the
first
movie,
one.
Oh,
'Cause
that's
remember
right.
he-
That's right.
Because remember, he catches him and kills it. He's like, you took Chubb's hand. And that's when he fights it. And he's like, that's how Chubbs dies. Because he's like,
Yeah.
remember that?
Scares him.
He opens it and he sees that. And he falls out the window.
yeah.
He killed a golf legend.
Hmm.
Well, that concludes Daniel and Blake's Death Corner. Sponsored by Unused Tools. So I was looking at something that I came across on the Tiki Talk. Some guy was like, just check out this.
Oh, before you go, I'm sorry. I wanted to say this, but I wanted to leave Death Corner. Have you seen videos of alligators climbing fucking fences?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think alligators climb fences. So a chain link fence kind of makes sense to me because while their body is long, they could, pull themselves up, and then their bottom or their back feet claws could reach and help them climb. I watched them climb over like a metal, like a steel fence that just had rails going up and down, not side to side for them. Like right up at the top, under the top rail was one small one, but it was still a good 4 or 5 foot fence. This alligator got itself up high enough where its front legs could reach that bottom part of the rail, pull itself up, and so it's using its tail to help pick itself up. And it finally got both its front claws on the top rail and was pulling itself as its tail pushed up, and then its back feet reached up, was like they were like flailing in the air, like in between the rails, and then gets all the way to the top and flips itself over the fucking top of a 4, maybe 5 foot fence.
Sounds like a dream.
So
It was a dream.
chain. So
But I've seen them.
that's
I've
fence
seen
ain't
them.
gonna protect you.
Yeah, so good luck getting behind a fence because that alligator's going to climb and whoop your ass anyway.
God.
Alligators can climb fucking fences. Get out of here.
You're not safe anymore.
No. Go to a zoo and watch. Go check it out. No, they're behind a fence. They're not anymore.
Fuckers are prehistoric. They lived for 80 to 100 years.
I don't know why I'm giving that to you.
So anyway,
Sorry. Continue.
Ultra Tech Doc is about this lady. She decides she's going to do the 23andMe or something like that. I want to see my, ancestry and stuff. She does it. A couple of months goes by, and she gets a call from like a sheriff's department, and they're like, "Hey, your DNA flagged in the database, and it's linked to a cold case file
Oh, God.
in the 90s." And this was just last year when she did this. And so she's like, "Oh, really?" And they're like, "Yeah, we would like to get you in touch with this lady that's a DNA expert out of Chicago. She's going to give you a call and have to get like your permission and everything to use it." And she's like, "Okay." Time goes by, she forgets about it. Then this lady calls. She gets a call. It's the lady from Chicago saying, "Hey, yeah, we want to run their DNA through this." Well, they said, "Well, you need to get your permission." But then she also was asking for some like other things from her, so she started thinking, "Nah, this is a hoax. I don't believe it's
What's
real."
your social security number?
Yeah. So she just hung up. And then like a month passed and her cousin called her and she's like, "What are y'all doing? Y'all need to get into the sheriff's detectives were just at my door looking for you."
Why would they be at the cousin's house?
I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
they
go
couldn't- But y'all need to keep that lady's legit. Like, so when she found out she's legit, she calls her, and she's come to find out there was this case called the Baby Garnett case. It's a cold case in '97 where the death of a newborn infant was found at a camping site. Where was it at? I had this pulled up before.
The death was... So the infant was found at a camping site.
And it was found like in a... I gotta find the details because it's kind of disturbing.
I'm glad you were prepared for this.
Well, I thought I was.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, the open murder, involuntary manslaughter, concealing the death of an So, all they did was they found this newborn infant baby at a camping site, like in a toilet thing. Like
in a porta potty?
Yeah. So, it was completely like, they never figured out what happened or anything. Come to find out, this lady's DNA linked them to her grandmother.
Oh, God.
So now her grandmother's going on trial for the death of this infant baby from '97, and it all started from that. It all started from the
23andMe.
Yeah,
or from doing a DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks a lot, granddaughter.
So it shows you how much they're really. You do all those tests, they're.
Well, they're not supposed to sell your blah blah blah, but
Well, she had
23andMe went under. They went bankrupt.
Like I said, I don't know which one she used, but
so we had to fill out forms for them not to sell our stuff off because they could sell it off to whoever wanted my DNA.
Well, yeah, you don't. You want
why they want my DNA? I don't fucking know. But
shows the law enforcement's tracking that stuff because she just did the thing, and all of a sudden she's getting calls from sheriff's department saying,
"Yeah, but how? That's I mean, read the fine print. I'm sure they can somehow have the ability to do that. Yeah,
but what stops somebody with a dirty mouth that gets your act? They can plant that at a fucking crime scene or anything, and then you're fucking linked to that.
Well,
shit.
they don't have my DNA. They just have my profile of my DNA.
True. They did.
They can't plant. Here's the paperwork for his DNA.
No, I mean we
found your DNA at the scene.
I'm talking about the place that you sent your fucking saliva to and shit. They got your DNA, right?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
They could plant that at a fucking crime
And that's
scene.
weird, too, because all we had to do, like, when you go do, like, a DNA test, they swab your cheek.
Mm-hmm.
We just had to spit in a tube. Like, you had to spit in this tube until you reached the fill line. And they're not, like test tubes, but they're plastic. And you spit it in there and keep spitting. And then you close it up and you have to, tape it closed. And
Just think if there's like a serial killer. That's the perfect, like, his job is like a...
He just throws DNA.
He works there.
He
works in like a DNA lab, like analyzing DNA. So he has all this access. So every crime scene he goes through, he just dumps out, leaves like somebody else's.
Oh my God!
Good movie right there.
That'd be a hell of a movie.
Copyrighted. Hurry.
Trademark.
Because I was watching. I watched the
DNA killer.
Yeah, I watched the movie Trapped.
23 and
it was
dead.
okay, but it was about like this guy goes to like this big concert and this.
Oh, I seen that.
And
he took his daughter.
He taking his daughter to see, and it's like
Yeah.
a kind of like a Taylor Swift. She's huge.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah, it's called Trapped. And come to find out, he hears people talking. He starts seeing a bunch of cops and everything, and they find out that there's this serial killer called the Butcher.
Yep.
And for some reason, they know he's going to be at this concert, so they're like sealing it all off.
Right.
Come to find out, it's him. Mm-hmm. You find that out pretty early in the movie, so that's not like a spoiler.
Right.
And it came out.
We saw that, didn't we?
And it came out. I didn't.
No, we saw the trailer for it together. At
Yeah,
Beetlejuice,
probably.
right?
Yeah. It looks
Is that
pretty
out
cool.
already?
Man, it's on.
Yeah.
I watched it on.
It's been out
I think
at least a month.
I think it's on Max.
What's
or
it
something.
called?
Trapped.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
And then it's just the whole time it's him like trying to figure out, how he's going to get out of there, and at the same time not tipping his daughter off that because he keeps like leaving her at the seats, and it was pretty good. There was some parts of it that was far-fetched. There was some slow parts, but I thought the it had a little bit of
it was.
Well, it's M. Not Shyamalan or
Oh,
whatever.
is it?
His movie.
I love his movies sometimes.
And I forgot it was his movie till he started talking to this guy in the movie, and of course, because he always makes an appearance in his movies. Always, if you watch any of his movies, and I was like, oh, this is his movie. Like I said, it's not the greatest movie, but it was okay.
When he ends up taking the celebrity, oh yeah, never mind.
She watched it.
Spoiler.
That happens early though.
There's a movie.
Not really.
Yeah,
I'll still watch it. Okay. So there's a movie. But there's actually a book. I did not read.
we know.
Called Bridge to Terabithia. And there's a movie about it.
Is that the one that's supposed to be real sad?
I cried.
I heard it's like supposed to be like.
So, but it's not it's a 2007 movie.
I heard it's supposed to be really like. Everybody always, when I see people making their saddest movies, the top 10 saddest movies I ever watched, that one's always in there.
I don't know that I put it top. I also cried at Titanic. So I mean, what are we saying here, right?
Yeah, once you put her clothes back on, right?
Yeah.
Hi-oh.
No, I cried. So I'm watching it. So I just see like a clip of it on Reels or TikTok or something. And I wanted to watch it because the clip was very inappropriate, but it's part of the movie. So it's like a teacher. Are you going to watch the movie? It's not going to ruin it if I tell you this part.
Go ahead.
But a teacher.
It's been out long enough.
Yeah,
There's no spoilers.
A teacher calls the kid and says, "Hey, I was going to take my nephew to the museum," and it's just like a random kid in her class. I was going to take, but they canceled on me. You want to go? And so he's like, "Yeah." And this kid like has the hots for the teacher.
I'm hot for teacher.
And I'm like, is this about to get inappropriate?
Was the teacher hot?
It's Zooey Deschanel.
All right. I don't know.
She plays the same woman in everything she plays. But I mean, and so I'm like,
how's the kid?
he's 12 in the movie.
Ooh.
I mean,
shit.
I don't know, 12, 13, something
Ooh,
like that.
yeah, okay.
Like it's weird.
It's like that's my boy.
yeah, very weird. And I was like, I'm gonna watch this because I want to know did they do this just so you watch the movie?
Yeah.
Or is the movie really about that? Because I've never read the book, so I didn't know. And I cried at the movie. I didn't know I was gonna cry.
Yeah.
It's got the girl that plays Veruca Salt in the new Willy Wonka. The girl that chews bubblegum in the new Willy Wonka.
Never watched the new one. I think it was just called Wonka.
Yes.
Never watched it.
Idiot.
That's the one where they had the Oompa Loompas were like only that big or something.
Right.
Stupid.
Have y'all ever watched The Shack?
No.
That's the one with Sam Worthington, right?
Yeah, Tim McGraw.
Sam Worthington?
Who's
You know
that?
Sam
Tim
Worthington.
McGraw's in the beginning of it.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's a very emotional one.
yeah,
Is it?
yeah. It's good.
About a guy finding his faith and everything through like
His kid gets kidnapped,
Yeah.
and then he has to forgive.
yeah.
And it
Oh.
learns about forgiveness, and
Oh.
it's a pretty good movie.
Ugh.
Have you seen? I've heard. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what movie. If I watch it, I'll always get.
A movie that you'll cry in?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean,
Did you cry in that movie, The Shack?
I mean,
tearing
yeah,
up counts.
yeah,
too.
tearing-
I'm counting tearing up.
tearing up, yeah.
Because there's not a lot of movies where I'm gonna be like bawling, but tearing up, maybe even like. I'm trying to think. What
Dude,
movie was always?
I cry at movies, dude. It
what
sucks.
what about the movie that our vice president's? It was about his.
I haven't seen that one.
That's a good one too.
It's
Oh.
on Netflix, I think.
Well, I don't know what movie you're talking about, but I cried in The Lone Survivor, American Sniper.
Something about Imagine. Can't.
Did I cry in American Sniper? I did cry in Lone
I
Survivor.
mean, it's sad at the end when they're because at the end he takes off with that guy that ended up that Marine that ended up killing him.
Yeah.
I Can Only Imagine is the name of
That
movie
song,
I was thinking
now that
about.
song, just that song for some reason, because I guess
Yeah.
it's been played at almost every funeral I've ever
It's
been
kind
to,
of
so
a
it
reli-
always
Oh,
it
yeah.
always makes you think that
Those
of that.
last two movies I mentioned are kind of religious.
They're
but,
Christian
yeah,
movies,
they're
but it's
Christian,
fine.
but they're still good.
There's
though.
another song that makes me cry almost every time is "One More Day." One more day.
Diamond Rio.
One more time.
I think, yeah.
Diamond
It's a
Rio.
great song.
One more sunset.
What about
made.
Two Pump Texaco?
That one makes me cry too. For another reason.
For different reasons.
That
I'm
one and Colors. Colors.
I used to always get
That's
like...
Facto's favorite rap song.
I'm trying to think like... I mean, once you've seen something 100 times, you might not... But the first initial time...
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I remember in Remember the Titans when
No.
he gets paralyzed and he comes in there and he starts telling him I was that part always got me a little.
No.
And then sports movies always get me a little.
Yeah.
Gay.
Yeah. Titanic over here. Sports movies always get me a little bit. Oh God. Probably the one I've cried the most out of any movie ever was Marley and Me.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. Anything with animals.
Oh, Owen Wilson?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston, yeah.
Anything. Because I wouldn't. They build that movie up like it's just a comedy.
Uh-huh.
And
Yep.
the most of the movie, it's a comedy. How they get this dog. It's just awful, blah, blah. And at the end, when
Yeah.
you got to put that.
It reminds you how short dogs'
Yeah.
lives are, and you get so
like I
close
said-
to them.
Like I said, anything.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I know. I've seen
okay.
it. Yeah.
Like I said, anything
I
to
was
do
like,
with animals like
Daniel
that.
would cry.
Oh, no, I did. I
Yeah.
did. I absolutely
that one,
did.
I remember that one. I was like, this is. What am I watching?
So-
I thought I was watching a comedy.
So I was watching that movie by myself, Tasha. So I was fixing to go to sleep. Like I was on my way to sleep. I was fixing to. What I do is I throw on like YouTube and I watch either Three Stooges or something like that on YouTube and just let it play with an earbud in as I go to sleep. And then for some reason that reel came up. And I was like, okay, so I watched that movie all the way through, and I'm laying in bed, and it's just me, dark, and I'm going. So I'm sure I'm shaking the bed. Tasha probably thought I was laughing over here. I got tears rolling out of my.
Everybody always talks about that Manchester by the Sea. I've never seen it. It had Ben Affleck's brother in it. You'd recognize him.
John
from
Affleck.
I think he won the Oscar for it, but I always hear about. Everybody talks about how that movie's just super depressing and everything, but recognize
Casey,
him?
Casey Affleck. Yeah.
Yeah, I always hear about that. I've never seen that one. It's Ben Affleck's brother.
Oh, of course.
But I've always heard that one's sad. Never watched it. But yeah, I've heard about that one you've talked about. What's it called? The Bridge of what?
Bridge to Terabithia. And then at the end,
Spinal bifida.
Bridge to Spina Bifida.
It's one of the bifidas.
I just looked it up. There's
Uh-oh.
like Shawshank Redemption, On Golden Pond. You don't remember that one?
I remember, but I never really watched it.
I don't know On Golden Pond, but I've
No,
in Golden Showers.
On
That really. Why is that sad?
What?
Brokeback Mountain.
It's so sad. It's the saddest.
I got off on a different kind of list.
what are you looking at, man?
You said movies that make you cry, and it went gay. Is there like a top 10 list of movies that make you cry? I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of it. Oh, like Neverending Story. That doesn't make me cry, but that is like when Artex dies. Like
God,
that's so. Oh God, that's so sad.
So Manchester by the Sea's on
Puff
this
the
one.
Magic Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
But when that new one they did was kind of I always hear the Fault in Our Stars.
Oh yeah.
Never seen that one, but everybody says that one.
I've seen. I didn't cry, but it is a sad movie.
And rom coms like
Everybody says A Walk to Remember.
Never seen.
Oh, My Girl.
The Notebook.
My
with
Girl.
his glasses. He can't see
anything
without his glasses.
Yeah, The Notebook.
I never
I don't know
watched
if I'm
it.
gonna cry in that one, but I can see where chicks would.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to. Oh, Green Mile.
Oh, I did cry in
That
Green
ends
Mile.
pretty.
But right before he's executed,
Yeah,
heaven.
And he says,
I'm
"Don't."
in
He's like,
heaven.
"Don't put the hood on.
Don't
I'm
put
afraid
the-
of the dark.
I'm afraid of the
It's like,
dark.
God, they're gonna kill it.
I smell
Marley
me
and me's on here.
cornbread balls.
P.S. I love you.
Never seen it.
Chess. That's
When Facto and Robin and all of us went to, y'all didn't go. We went to
Wow.
Diamond Rio.
Oh yeah.
We took Amanda's or somebody's Suburban, and they had a movie on the headrest. I guess it was a DVD player built in there. Anyway, what's that movie where the kid makes like his own Martian helmet? It's on the cover of the movie.
Is it because he's messed up?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because he has the...
By the time we got there, Jason was crying. I
can't remember what that movie
He was wiping his face.
Is it Phantom of the Opera?
No, what's the name of that? The front of the movie, he's got like a Martian helmet on because he had a defect.
Yeah, he had a deformity of some kind.
Yeah.
I can't
Really?
remember what the Mask, not The Mask,
Mask.
with Cher and Sam. Remember the kid that Rocky Dennis?
Yeah, the Elephant Man.
That was. Oh, he wasn't an elephant. That's
I know.
but no,
Rocky Dennis,
that was sad at the end because he he passes away. Spoiler alert: it was made in the 70s.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of, but most, like I said, the animal stuff gets you.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Did you cry in Old Yeller?
oh yeah, when I was a kid, I was like, "What the hell's happening here?"
Wonder is
Yeah.
the name of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
They make him or they let him wear this helmet. It's a space costume helmet to make him feel more comfortable to
Go out in public or
talk
whatever?
to people and go out in public. Yeah.
Can we just talk about like Jack? That's
Jack
there's
is
there's
such a
some
sad
part.
movie.
Remember that one with Robin Williams when he's got that?
Benjamin Button disease.
Yeah, like he's.
By the time
Well, he aged rapidly.
yeah,
That's what it was.
by the time he's like
When he-
12 or
He's
10.
like he's like a full grown man.
yeah,
but
he's like 74 or 64 years old or something. Yeah.
because that was
That was such a good movie though.
yeah, that one was. Robin
'Cause-
Williams did that a lot. A lot of his movies were like,
Because he's just the weird kid up in the window that everybody saw.
yeah,
And he's up there going, hey.
because a lot of his movies were like that. If you pay attention, they're mostly funny, but got some sad parts in them.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
There was some
There was some sad
There were
parts
some
in that.
parts in there. Patch Adams, even Hook when freaking Rufio, man.
Oh, when Rufio died, that was
Rufio
so
died.
sad.
The Awakenings where he
yeah,
was
when he's in the
in
the
that
that's
old,
him in
old folks home or whatever.
it's a
and
mental health. It's
yeah,
is that-
they're all comatose, and then
is that De Niro that's in there with them?
yeah, he gives them some kind of medicine, and they come to life like they've been in comatose state forever, and then all of a sudden they want to start doing things, and
No shit.
yeah,
It's like Cocoon.
Great
yeah.
movie.
Cocoon was a great movie. Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, he always.
Diabetes.
Well, he did them. Yeah, I won't talk about diabetes.
I want to talk about diabetes.
They even had Cocoon Returns too.
Oh, really?
It was actually pretty good. Not as good as the first one, but it was. I think that one had
What about E.T.?
a lot of. There's some sad moments in that.
Yeah.
It didn't make me cry, but
Probably did when you were a kid.
I didn't watch it when I was a kid.
No?
It's fucking aliens. You think I'm watching that shit when I'm a kid?
It's E.T., man.
It don't make a shit.
Remember that when you sent me when you noticed that he's in Star Wars?
Yeah.
I'd already seen that, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's when they have the meeting of the Galactic whatever Federation.
You see-
Secondhand lines.
it's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
8 seconds.
Oh, yeah. God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's damn.
Yeah.
Dad,
He's gonna cry right now.
Dad cry like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
That scene when, okay, he dies fine, but it goes.
Fine, he dies.
Well, I mean, that's sad, but it goes to like his mom talking to his dad, and his dad saying, "I never told him. I always told him I was proud of him." And then when Tough goes to talk to her, and she's saying, "Are you going to compete? You're good, you know."
Yeah.
And then Lane Frosty's
Mm-hmm.
right. God, I'm getting chills right now. That one's a pretty.
That the Bridge to Terabithia, it has the guy from Terminator that is the other one.
The liquid metal.
He's the dad
Oh,
in that movie.
have you seen this boy?
That's not what he says in the movie at all.
There's a Terminator.
But he is a fucking dick in this movie.
He's got that look to him.
Oh,
He can
yeah.
pull it off.
But I say he was a dick. He is a dad in that generation of when that movie was supposed to have been
When's
made.
it supposed to take place?
Before it was probably early 80s, late 70s, somewhere around there. Probably 80s-ish, before cell phones and video games and all that shit was going on. And everybody had chores, but it was one boy and multiple girls. So it was, the boy and the dad had to do everything. type of thing.
Speaking of Terminators, that guy that played the T-1000 or whatever.
Yep.
You remember him running? And he practiced, trained himself to run strictly breathing through his nose. So when he ran, he looked like a machine running. He wouldn't be out of breath or anything.
Oh, yeah.
And they said he got so good and was like that they had to keep like telling him to run slower because he was catching up with the motorcycle when he was chasing that kid. Like he was, because it was just that they weren't going too fast, but he was catching it, and he trained himself to run like just breathing out. Like that's some commitment.
You see all the spoilers coming out for the new Marvel movies?
Oh yeah,
Like supposedly somebody had access to the filming of the movie and was taking videos of the filming of it and has put it up on TikTok.
Kids ain't gonna give a shit. I've noticed that with Taylor. It drives me crazy that she'll look up the movie like before she goes and watches
No
it.
way.
And
To see if there's spoilers?
just to look it up and she'll know like
I don't want to do that.
I'm like you're taking away. I'm like you're taking away half the experience of if you already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
She does that shit.
So I watched that
And
movie.
and all them kids do that shit.
I watched that movie twice. I watched it once by myself, then I told Tasha. I was like, hey, watch this with me. And then luckily Tasha was outside with the dogs, and I was walking that way, and I told Addie, I was like, hey, have you seen the movie? She goes, yeah. Where the girl dies? And I'll go, luckily Tasha wasn't in here, so so stupid.
So I have to watch it.
It's a good movie, but it is just like, what the fuck just happened? Because it's out of fucking nowhere. And it doesn't, like, it's just, anyway. Great movie, though. Great movie.
Probably cried at beaches.
No. Is that the one with the mermaids? What's the one with the mermaids?
So what?
Called Mermaids? Wasn't the movie called Mermaids?
Well, there was a movie called Mermaids. It had like Cher and Winona Ryder and stuff.
Cried in that one.
The-
I never watched it. No, I never watched it.
That was Beaches was that's the one that everybody talks about. It's like the ultimate chick flick, right? It had what the heck's her name? Bette Midler
Oh.
and some other chick, and it's supposed to be about like they became best friends when they were kids, and then they grow up, and then of course, go figure, one gets sick, and at the end she dies of cancer or dies of something, whatever she
Isn't
had.
there another movie like that?
There's a bunch of them, but Beaches is like came out in the 80s. That's like and of course Chess loves that movie, and I'm just like, some of them
What is a chick flick?
some of them rom-coms or whatever
Yeah.
I can watch.
What
but
is a
that one-
chick flick that you love to watch?
I don't know if I love, but that I can actually enjoy watching.
I got one.
Go ahead.
A recent one.
Go ahead.
Have y'all not seen A Star Is Born?
That was one of the ones that was on that list.
But I want to watch it.
It's great.
Is
Oh.
it?
I bet I've seen it 20 times.
I don't know if that's like a chick flick though.
Well,
100%
maybe
a
not.
chick
Maybe
flick.
not.
No.
Maybe not.
Yes.
It kind of is.
It's
though.
a romance.
Yeah,
but,
because I ain't gonna tell
Chick
you what
flick.
happens, but you
well,
know,
I mean,
yeah.
that's a remake of a remake too.
Yeah, watch the new one.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other.
That
one.
one's pretty good.
I like that
was
movie.
pretty sad. Okay.
Give me a beer while you're thinking.
Two come to mind.
Okay.
Still Magnolias.
That's the one I was thinking about. Still Magnolias.
I can watch that one because Lisa and all of them are pretty funny.
That's
another
got
one-
Julia Roberts in it.
Julie Roberts, Dolly Parton,
Sally Field. Yep.
Shirley MacLaine.
Shirley
I mean,
MacLaine.
it's loaded up. And the other one that comes to mind is Sweet Home Alabama.
I was going to say
Yeah.
Sweet Home.
I can watch that.
I'll tell you anything with Reese Witherspoon. I'm
Yeah.
watching.
How about the breakup?
I love the breakup.
I don't.
Jennifer Aniston
Yeah.
and
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
That movie pisses me off because it's
'Cause-
kind of like the Marley and Me thing. At the beginning, there's some funny parts, but it gets way too serious too fast, and it gets more depressing than.
I also love Just Like Heaven, another Reese Witherspoon movie, and Mark Ruffalo. That's when Mark Ruffalo dies.
Yeah.
And Mark Ruffalo
thought
dies.
she
No,
did.
she dies.
She did.
Mark Ruffalo buys her apartment, leases her apartment, rents her apartment, and she haunts him. That's such a good
I
one.
don't know if I know what you're talking about. I don't know if
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's so fucking good. It's great.
Well,
It's
Jess was
so good.
watching one yesterday, and I was sitting there watching it with her because I had never really seen it.
Anything with Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's I was trying to think of that
Miss
one.
Congeniality. But I mean,
No.
the one that's always on TV all the time is The Proposal with her and Ryan
Love,
Reynolds.
love
That one's on all
I
the
love
time.
What about the one where she lives with her mom and the little girl, and the guy comes to back to town, and she falls in love with him, and then the dad's leaving and the girl's trying to. What is
I
that?
don't know if I've seen that. It's got Sandra Bullock in it.
Yeah.
But I want my
He's talking about Speed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What were we saying? I can't remember. Oh, last night, never seen the movie. Chas was watching it, and she's like, I said, what are you watching? And she said Notting Hill, and I'm like, oh, I've heard of that movie. I've never seen it.
Did you watch it?
I watched it. It's got Julie Roberts and Hugh Grant in it.
There's another one with...
And it's
one with
not bad.
Sandra Bullock and Hugh Grant. He's
Is that the one you were talking about?
No.
he's like a...
So what are you talking about? Kind of like a Western cowboy one?
No. I'll find it.
He's a rich guy. She's an attorney, and she's just trying to save her community, and she falls in love with... I don't remember what that is. I got to look it up now.
Oh, I like The Proposal.
Oh,
That's what I
we
just
just
said,
said, Proposal's
It's always
awesome.
on TV.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock movies, yep.
Okay, top rom.
Oh, have you seen Lost City?
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the comedy.
Yeah,
That's the one with
yeah.
Sandra Bullock
Sandra
and
Bullock,
Channing
Channing
Tatum.
Tatum.
And
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's even in it. Like,
it's not good,
No.
but I laugh.
Like Brad Pitt's the badass. Yeah.
so here's some top rom-coms that
Okay.
When Harry Met Sally. That's actually not bad if you... Notting Hill popped up right on there. Crazy Stupid Love. 10 Things I Hate About You. I don't know if that's...
Oh, I
really-
love 10 Things. Yeah, that's 100%.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Ah, it's such a great movie. That's Goldie Hawn. No,
her daughter.
No, Kate
Hudson.
Hudson and,
It's McConaughey
and Matthew
when he
McConaughey.
when they-
Again, Matthew McConaughey is another one of those that's always in those rom-com movies.
Well, that's where Pretty
Love 'em.
Woman.
Yeah,
500 Days of Summer.
that's a good one.
Princess Bride is
500
not,
Days of Summer is good. Princess Bride's phenomenal.
but that's not a. I wouldn't classify that as a
Oh,
rom-com.
Hope Floats.
Oh, I know the movie. I've never watched
Oh,
it.
no.
Hope Floats.
He's Just Not That Into You. Chas loves that one. That one's got like a lot of people like Bradley Cooper,
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
My Best Friend's Wedding. That's Julia Roberts again.
2 weeks notice.
2 weeks notice.
I also love. There's a movie, terrible movie, but I loved it, called 27 Dresses. Mm-hmm. That's
I've seen
Oh,
it.
Chas, that's
um,
one of Chas's favorites.
the guy that plays
It's got the dude from.
300, Gerard Butler.
No, you're thinking of a different one.
Am I?
Gerard Butler was in the same movie with that same chick, but it wasn't 27 Dresses. In 27 Dresses, it was her and the dude from like Hairspray and.
That's where she's always in somebody's wedding.
Yeah, she's always a bridesmaid.
Yeah.
So she's been a bridesmaid in like 27, or she's been like a.
Yeah, whatever it is.
You're thinking of a different one that's got her and Gerard Butler in it. It's the same actress though.
Is it?
Yeah. Clueless. I don't know if that's a.
What is that girl's name? Because she was in not ER. She was in Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, the blonde. Let's just look
What
it
is
up.
her name?
Well, if we only had something we could look that up.
I know.
No, Chess. 27 Dresses.
27, but it's still a good one. But the other one is, God, you're gonna say it. I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's it. Obviously,
Yeah, because she was in. She got big in. Knocked Up. She's the
yes.
one that- you're The Ugly Truth. is
The
what
Ugly
you're-
Truth. That's such a good one.
Knocked Up is great.
You're trying to think of the chick that's in that?
It's so.
Hot.
Catherine Heigl.
Heigl.
Yeah.
Catherine Heigl. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of Chas's favorites. Is the.
Do you know that Grey's Anatomy's still on?
Never watched one episode.
It was good for a while, and then it got real dumb, and I jumped ship. But Tasha still watches that
13
shit.
going on 30.
That's a good one. That's
Mark Ruffalo and Jennifer
Jennifer Garner.
Sleepless in Seattle, You Got Mail. Those were kind of the ones that come
Never
out.
watched them. What's the When Harry Met Sally?
Yeah, I said
I'll
that.
have what she's having.
Love Actually. That's what people say is a Christmas movie, but it's never watched it.
Have you ever watched The Holiday? It's got Jack Black
I think so.
and some other people in there.
I know which one you're talking
It's a
about.
good. It's a good one.
About Something's Gotta Give, Bridget Jones' Diary,
I feel like I've watched Something's Got to Give.
Moonstruck.
But like, if it's a chick flick, I'm gonna watch it. I don't care.
There's Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home Alabama might be one of the best ones. That's such a good one. And I want to know, does lightning striking sand really do that?
I don't know. Obviously, it does.
How do you?
I mean, why throw that in the movie as a pretty
Have y'all
big
seen
thing
that,
if it
that
didn't
sweet
really do it?
Reese Witherspoon movie where she walks, goes hiking?
The Wild or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No.
That
pretty,
was nuts.
that's pretty interesting.
I feel like I've seen every.
It kind of came out of nowhere about, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. It's on, or it was on. It's about Reese Witherspoon's character.
She's
is
like going through a breakup or
She's had-
something, and she wants to just start hiking, and she just hikes and camps and hikes.
well,
and
she hears
camps
about
and
this trail that goes like for a long ways.
She goes through some shit.
And she had no hiking experience, so when she sets out,
She's just going.
and she just starts hitting all kinds of trouble, but she's flashbacking on because she's trying to like, I guess, move on from her past because she was married and she got into drugs real bad and became like a drug addict and then was sleeping with all these different guys and her marriage, I guess, it ended. So she's just trying to. It's a different movie, but it's a lot of her just walking and then like running into kind of, well, I'm out of water. You know, she's not prepared for this
Oh,
shit one bit.
God.
And
She came with one bottle or something.
yeah, and the tent sucks that she has, and
When's the last time y'all went really camping?
God,
Like tent, make your own fire, camping.
10 years ago.
Yeah, probably. At
Dude.
least that.
Tristan was born. Tristan was just born. He may have been 2 years old. So, 19 years ago was the last time I went camping.
Probably about Mario Maldonado called me up. Probably it's more than 10 years, probably like 15. And he's like, hey, I got some buddies we're going to put in at Rochelle's and canoe down and camp. And then, so I was like, oh yeah, that going downstream. I used to, grew up on that river. So we did that and
On the Brazos?
yeah, on the Brazos. So we did, that's the last time I think I can remember really doing like real legit camping.
Would you be interested in going camping again?
When and where? I would
No,
ask.
I'm asking, would you
Yeah,
be interested?
if yeah, for sure.
It depends on how hot it is.
For sure, because I've talked about like
I've talked with Tasha about it. I'm like, we need to take the kids camping. They've never been camping. And she says, if there's not an RV and AC involved, I'm not doing it.
because
Yeah.
I got a buddy that I work with and he loves that shit. So him and another guy we used to work with that's a really into. I might be a Brokeback Mountain situation. For him.
Oh, my.
But
Oh, boy.
But they meet up 2 or 3 times a year. Say, hey, we're gonna meet here.
And just
We're gonna-
rough it.
Like they're doing it this weekend at Glen Roast out there.
They're just going to rough it?
I mean, they're just going camping. But I mean,
But they're going to... but they're having to build
No
their own
air
fire.
conditioning.
No
yeah,
AC.
just
no.
full tent, just go
Oh,
hiking, and they always throw in hiking. Like, what's funny is one of my buddies. He's about 6 foot, 250, kind of a bigger guy. The guy that he goes with, Andy, is like the ultimate outdoorsman who's 6'6", about 220.
starts a fire with 2 sticks.
Yeah, runs all the time and everything. And he says when he'll go hiking with them, and Andy's just trucking with them long ass legs, stepping over logs that he's like falling over and stuff. And he's always like, God damn it. And he said one time they went camping in Arkansas, and they went like camping, like out, like
In the middle of nowhere.
like a day's walk from where your car was parked, right? Like out into the. And he says Andy took him on this trail, and he said I'm falling all over the place, and we get to the spot, and it's just a hill,
Yeah.
like a cliff
Yeah.
going up. And he's like, now what? And he said Andy just points at this rope that's going like 10 feet up to.
No.
So he said he had his outburst of, He said for about 10 minutes, he just was like, threw his pack down. He's like, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. And then he said, Andy's just waiting, not saying anything.
So which one is screaming? The bigger guy?
Yeah, he's like, Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Because he said we just.
Also, it's a rope that who knows how long it's
He
been
said we
there.
just
and
hiked-
you want my 250
He's like, we just
pound ass?
hiked like 10 miles on rough terrain, and now we're going up because the trail ended like on a cliff.
Right.
So he said, Andy just knows how to handle him, so he just let him have his outburst. And he goes, I ate a granola bar, and that's then what? Then we went.
No way.
But yeah, they go
No
full on.
fucking way.
They
I'm
go
gonna-
full on making a fire, cooking the food there, not catching their own food, but if there is a
Yeah.
stream, they'll try to.
See, so when we went camping, now we did bring like sandwich stuff, but it was down at, was it Young's?
Yeah.
281 South?
Yeah. That's a
So-
great place.
but you can't, used to be.
Used to put $2 in the mailbox
Yeah.
and go.
Yeah. So that's what we did. And it was just all guys. So it was me, my dad, both my brothers, a guy named Jim that was with us. I think there was like me and my brothers, my dad, and then like
You went
two of the other guys.
camping with Tristan when he was older because the story about what fell out of his bag.
No, that was at our lake house.
Oh, I thought you went camping.
No, that was at our lake house.
Okay.
It didn't fall out of his bag. I reached in,
Yeah,
grabbed-
what
looking
is-
for my toothbrush,
like-
going, "What are these?"
Like you're on a
The
guy's trip.
What do you need to
What
condoms for?
would have condoms? That was no. These guys have been doing it for so long. Like they're hardcore. Like they got those packs that they've expensive packs and expensive where they can pack everything down that everything fits in
Roll
one
their
backpack
sleeping bag
and
up on the top. Yep.
and got their coffee that they make every morning and they got the MREs. That's what they take with them. You know,
Oh God.
because
You're talking more like a destination. You pitch camp, and drink beer,
yeah.
Yeah.
start a fire.
Yeah,
cook
I'm not
hot
talking about
dog.
that shit.
Yeah.
I have zero
Like I
appeal
said,
to do
they
that.
go hardcore. Now this one's just the Glen Rose, so that's not that bad.
That still don't.
But,
none of that sounds
they
appealing
go-
to me.
A little bit of hiking, but let's go back and
No,
drink
they go-
beer.
I don't
Yeah.
want to be. I don't want to be a 10-hour walk.
Yeah.
From
Like I
my
said,
fucking
sometimes-
car.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll go. They're
Because so when that happens, you have to have one of those GPS things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know, number one, where you came from and where you are, and you have to have some sort of service.
I will not go in the Appalachian Mountains.
Sure, that's fine.
Nah.
That's,
but
the,
I would-
that's the only place
I'd
I'll
be
go.
down. I'd be down for like a guy's weekend, like doing just some normal camping. You know.
Glamping.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
like with the.
Well, that's Tasha. She goes, I'll go if it's glamping. I'm not going camping.
like I said, I'll.
She's talking about taking the camper.
An RV. Yeah, she
Yeah.
wants a camper RV. She wants AC so she can sit inside
But
while
there
I
is
sit
nothing.
outside.
But there is nothing more miserable than like trying to sleep and it's 95 degrees outside.
Oh, I
or
know.
something
It's
in
awful.
a tent.
Bring a fan.
It's fucking horrible.
And what are you going to plug that into?
Hey, just bring the fan.
He's got a generator. No,
Yeah,
I mean, I'd rather camp when it's colder because you can put on, you got a sleeping bag. And shit ain't going to get that cold around here.
And then you're starting a fire
Yeah.
to warm up and cook.
Right.
Because that last time when I went camping with Marlon, none of these guys knew what the fuck they were doing, really. I was kind of like, it's like, we cold like every year, once a year. I said, what? Because they were like clueless when it came to like cleaning fish. Like, because they were like, we're going to catch some fish and
Yeah.
we got to I mean, they caught fish and nobody.
Knew how to
I
clean
had to
them?
teach them how to
Lay 'em.
I had to teach them how to clean a fish, and we were just cutting the heads off and throwing it in the, skip that. They never made a fucking glue. And I was like, y'all do this because they bring food because they never catch
Right.
anything.
So the only thing I don't want to really go.
You don't
Like
really
no,
wanna
I want to go camping. I don't want to do the shit he does.
Oh.
Well, no, there's the fishing. That's,
But it's the fishing that I want to do more than anything.
Yeah.
And the camping part of it.
that's
cool.
why it's kind of fun.
But I also just want to go fishing.
that's why
And
it's
I
kind
haven't
of
done
fun
that
to
forever.
make sure you just got to make sure the river's up because there's nothing worse than trying to canoe down the damn brazos when it's low.
Yeah,
and
when
you're
you're
dragging
scraping the bottom.
You're out of the boat dragging it.
We've
half the
done
time.
that on a
Yeah.
I mean, we used to
River
go
trip.
to South North D&D
Yeah.
camp.
Yeah, but like I said,
Bug
like
Beach.
you can put in
and-
it.
yeah.
You can put it at Rochelle's in Palapino, not at the dam,
Yeah.
but and go down about 4 hours, and you get to these camping sites.
Yeah.
And you camp there, and then you get up and go down. You're going downstream, so you really don't have to. If the river's up, you don't have to do like a lot of pat. And you can fish off the. And then you go down about another 4 hours, and then they pick you up and take you back to your car.
Yeah,
so that's not
Rochelle's
bad.
is actually a good idea.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But you, like I said, you make sure that damn.
And Rochelle's has a campground there too on their place.
Like I said, make sure that river's up, 'cause it sucks dragging that.
Yeah.
My dad always told me a story that he was going down the river with a buddy, and they're drinking, and they get to a part where they got to get out of the boat and drag it.
Yeah.
And so they just both picked it up, and they're carrying the canoe like on. And he said, we may have drank too much, because the next thing he knows, he said, we're both just sitting there carrying it. And his buddy goes, what the hell are we doing? And he turns and looks at him, and the water's like up to here, and they're still carrying the. I was telling my dad one of my dad's favorite stories about, because he grew up on the river, and he said he was with a buddy, they were drinking, going down
in a van down by the river.
Yeah, and he said we get to a spot where they got to get out and drag it, so they both it was just them two, so they pick up the canoe and they pick it up and they're carrying it like this. And he said, we may have drank too much. And I said, how do you know that? And he goes, well, because my buddy's like, what the hell are we doing? And I turn and look at him, and he goes, we're walking in water like this deep, still carrying the canoe.
I don't, drinking too much is part of it,
Yes, that's the whole.
I believe. It's the.
Well, my granddad's place was right on the Brazos, so his house was like kind of on stilts, and it was on a hill, and about 100 yards down was the Brazos.
Oh, wow.
And across from the river was a big sandbank. So as kids, we'd always...
Was he down by Oaks Crossing?
No, but he passed Seabo's Ranch down there, off Bunny Trail.
Yeah.
Favorite place in the world. If I could ever own any place, it would be his spot. And then come to find out, like, Kobe was talking about Jackson went to some buddy's house like a few years back and he's describing it, and I'm like, that's my granddad's old place. And that was.
Yeah.
But anyway, we would go down there as kids and fish all the time right there, because we'd have bait traps, just catching minnows right there. And we'd always just go across the river, because most of the time right there it wasn't above your head.
Shallow, yeah.
And we'd always camp out on that sandbank. Us, me and my cousins, and I had two step cousins that were twins, and they were half Native American, and they were crazy dudes. Like they would try to catch gar with like pocket knives and stuff, But we'd always go there. I remember going over there and camping over on that sandbank fairly young with just us boys, but my granddad could, like, with binoculars from his back porch, like, see us. And we would camp out, no tent, nothing. Just sleeping bag out.
This dude's getting sand fleas.
But did that a lot growing up.
The last time we went on I'm going to say guys trip, it was me and my dad, my two brothers, and then we had a buddy of ours, Carlos's friend, but he's a buddy of all of ours, named Jason. Avid listener to the podcast. So we're heading, it's Oklahoma. We went to Lake Tom Steed up in Oklahoma. And I don't know who booked it, but we rented a cabin that's on the lake. And so we're hauling ass out of town. I think
it's just like Broken Bow or something.
No.
No,
this is no.
Not that.
No. So we head out, and I think Carlos drove, or Sam drove. One of the two drove, and so we stop at the Easy Mart north of town. We go inside, grab some drinks. He's getting gas, and we haul out back in the truck. And Jason, he goes, "Look what I got." He got a nudie mag, and so now he's reading. He's reading to us as we drive all the like letters that are sent in. God. And so he's like reading them in different voices and shit, crying, laughing. We get all the way up there, and middle of summer.
Ugh.
Oklahoma at this time was about 8,000 degrees.
Yeah.
It was fucking terrible. The worst fucking heat I've by far ever been in. It was, you couldn't go outside after about 10 o'clock because of how hot it got, and until about 6 or 7 you couldn't. It's just so fucking hot. Well, our cabin was about a 8x8 shack close to the water with one window unit, the smallest window unit I've ever seen in my life. And that thing just ran, and it never got cool inside that shack that we were sitting in.
So there were plenty of spiders too.
Oh no, so many. And it was just like a big square, and there was like one area that was kitchen, bathroom, and then like 2 queen or king size beds, and then a couch that you could fold out into a bed. And there was so many of us in there, and we're not small people. I've got a picture of it. It's awesome to see. So we finally got somebody to take our picture while we were there, and we looked fucking miserable in that picture. But we could only fish. It was a fishing trip, so we could only fish early morning until it got just fucking scorching hot, and then late evening into night. So it wasn't so hot. It's still like 95 degrees outside, but it wasn't 110.
You're
you know,
baking in the sun.
Yeah. No one thought to even look at this. We were just going fishing. It was gar mating season, gar spawning season.
Shit.
So it was supposed to be like a great lake for catfish. All we caught was gar. And so because we were fishing at night, we went into town and we got some one of the bait stores or whatever. We got these bobbers that had a light on them. And so everybody's using those bobbers. Well, Carlos's line kept breaking with the gar. Like he'd get one on, because you throw your line in with them gar, and they're just fucking snapping everything.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
bastards get big.
Yeah, and so Carlos would reel it in and snap his line, and he'd re-rig it up and toss another one out there. So finally, I get something on my line, and I'm reeling that son of a bitch in, and the water wasn't deep. And I only had one of those light-up bobbers because I only had one pole. Well, everybody else has 3 or 4 poles, so they got extra light-up bobbers. They bought a bunch of them. And my line snaps. Dude, I fucking take off. And if you hear my brothers or my dad or them tell the story, they go, you literally walked on water. You were so mad. You didn't want to lose that bobber.
And you lost it.
I grabbed the bobber. I made it to where the bobber was, and I grabbed the bobber, and I was just walking up to the bank with that bobber and that line in my hand. I wrapped it around like this, and I pulled that gar back into the shore.
Was it a big one?
It was a nice size. I mean, I don't know how big. I mean, gar get gigantic.
They get huge.
I mean,
the alligator gar, and
yeah.
we've caught some of the brads. They're monsters.
It was a nice size gar. Well, Carlos, he's so pissed off. Like, he got so mad that his line kept snapping that he just threw his pole like up towards where the house was. He's like, these fucking gar, and he throws his fucking pole. He's mad as shit. And so I pulled that gar in, and I've got my foot on it because I'm going to use some pliers to take the hook out of its mouth, which I don't know why I'm doing that, because I just want the bobber is all I want. And Carlos walks up with a knife, and he's like, fuck these gar, and he starts stabbing next to my foot, and I'm like, motherfucker, would you calm down? And then I think there was maybe 2 catfish caught, and my dad caught one. I think Sam caught the other.
What were y'all fishing with?
Minnows, liver, and...
So when we were going catfish...
Well, hold on. So my dad takes a picture of his catfish, like this, and Carlos... he grabs a minnow, and he's holding the minnow in the same picture. I'm gonna see if I can find him. Dude, it was such...
I think I've seen that picture.
A great... just so many memories from that trip, and terrible time because of how hot it was, and just you couldn't fucking do anything.
Yeah.
So, but it was a great time.
Yeah, never forget.
Catfishing.
That's what we always were trying to catch catfish in the Brazos, and that's what we always used was treble hooks. With one of the 3.
I hated treble hooks.
Punch bait
and chicken liver on there. And my granddad had his own stink bait concoction that he made. And
my dad would too.
You'd put that out, and it would
attract them. Oh, look, here's that picture. That's Carlos and my dad. My dad catches a nice sized catfish, and Carlos has his little minnow next to him.
Shall I eat that catfish? Just throw it back.
Maybe. Oh, here's the alligator gar that took my
Look at you.
my bobber.
He's flexing.
That's why he could move so fast. Back
I was skinny.
A long time ago.
Yeah, you can see I'm wet from the waist down because I took off in that water.
Got them freaking denim shorts on.
Oh, here's the picture of all of us, just miserable as shit.
It's fun though, like you said, miserable, but
Such a great time.
one time we went camping at North D&D.
Yeah.
We just ran out there, and it was just us to go out there camping. We were, I'm sure, not old enough to. We weren't 21 by any means, but
Close enough.
just hanging out.
Yeah,
I remember.
not doing anything.
I remember we put up
illegal.
we put up tents and everything, and I remember it.
That's intense.
I remember a
Remember.
You remember?
storm come in,
Oh,
and it was one of the ones where it finally started raining enough that the water's flowing down and flooding like up under the tents.
oh God!
That we finally just had to say screw the tents and go into the vehicles.
Right. Then you see his tent floating down.
And it was pretty like a, some of the storms that come through PK are pretty intense, and it was one of those ones, bunch of lightning, thunder, winds blowing, and and we just rode it out in the vehicles.
That's crazy.
I think it was T-Bell and
Hey, did you get scared of that tornado that was coming around the other day?
I was kind of scared till I seen that it was staying.
Were you in town?
Yeah. I was.
Okay.
I seen that it was staying south, so
Yeah.
I was like, I'm good.
So we were here. That the one that hit Gordon.
Yeah.
So I'm like, according to the track, we're in the track of all this shit that's coming. And did y'all worry about it at all?
no, because when I was it was staying
Way south of us.
way south. I mean, I kind of looked because I was for y'all because y'all are, but I was like, then they started saying it's tracking pretty much on the interstate.
Yeah.
So it's like it's staying south.
Well, I kept just watching. And I'm like, it's like 8:30. All the kids are already asleep or up in their room. They're not asleep, but they're already up in their room. Tasha's like, well, because we're watching on TV, and she's like, should we wake them up? They probably don't need to be up there in case something goes down. I go, if you want to, we're watching. We'll know. There's tornado sirens that hopefully would go off. There's one down here somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Dave?
you have them when they're testing
don't
them and
know.
stuff.
I don't know of one south of here.
Around us?
The only one I ever hear is the one
At the airport?
kind of by the airport. There's one in the south part of town right there.
There's not one
Y'all
out
can't
here?
hear it though.
I don't know. I've never listened for one.
I could barely hear it from my house. I don't think you could
Well,
hear
they
it.
test it like the first Monday of every month. So
So I need to listen.
and it's usually like around.
Middle of the day, right?
No, it's usually earlier. I think it's usually like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Just
or
get
something.
on Minerwell's discussion. People bitch about it all the time.
Of
What's
course.
that loud
Of
noise?
course.
I remember the first time
so I
my
was
girls
like-
noticed it. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Well, I told Tasha, I go, we'll hear the tornado siren.
Sure.
I've never heard one before, but
I don't think there
You
is
probably
any this
no.
far.
I bet you
out.
don't. I bet you ain't hear shit out here.
maybe not. But also, we're inside and we got the TV going,
Yeah,
so we're
you're not-
we'll
you're
definitely
really
won't
not
hear
gonna
the
hear
storm,
Yeah.
And so then I go outside because it was like dark, and then all of a sudden it gets kind of light outside, and I go, well, that's not a good sign. Like I've always been told.
Well,
I don't know, but I've always been
that,
told.
Well, it got that green tint,
Right.
and that's where you always hear hail.
Right.
Because I was like, I looked outside and I said, it's green looking out there.
It looked bad, and so I was like, "That's not a good sign." And so finally, the kids are downstairs. Tristan, all he did was eat.
Of course.
Lexus, she's on like she's getting ready for the wedding, so she's no more sodas. She's water only. She's going into yoga and gym and stuff, and she goes, "Well, if we're gonna die in a tornado, I'm gonna drink one of these Dr. Peppers." So she grabs a Dr. Pepper. I go, I don't give a shit. Have one. I don't give. It's all sugar-free Dr. Peppers. And so I'm standing out. Same thing my dad always did. He'd stand out on the porch and watch the clouds and weather, and never cared about the TV. He
Yeah,
knew.
I don't
So I'm
watch
standing
it.
out on the porch just looking, and I'm like, even if I wanted to, I couldn't see it because of how just musky, cloudy and shit it was.
Yeah.
It just looked terrible. And so now I'm inside watching, and Addie's like, "Are we in a tornado?" I go, "No, not yet, but there's a chance." So just, and then yeah, you're right. It all went south.
Yeah.
But like Addie was the only one that was like, "Are we okay?" And I'm like, "We're fine. We'll be all right. Don't worry about it. We'll be good." But I'm not like tornadoes scare me, but I don't get so concerned about them, and I don't know why, because I feel like I should.
I think it was that tornado that hit downtown.
Yeah.
I remember I was watching the weather, and I was living north of town, kind of by Jason then. And I remember that was the only time that I said, you know what? The path is coming right here. There's tornadoes on the ground. We got in the car, and I just drove north.
Get the hell out of here.
Just to get away from it. And I think we went 50, 60 miles
No
north.
shit.
And then
Did you almost in Wichita Falls?
watching the weather, and then I go, okay, it's gone. And we turned around and came back home. Nothing happened at the house.
Yeah.
That one that went through the middle.
thankfully.
That one that went through the middle of town that tore up the old bank and everything.
Yeah.
No, that was close to where we live.
Yeah.
I was in Kansas City
Oh,
for
God.
work, and I remember my phone was still
Getting
tied to-
alerts. Yeah.
tied to, so I started getting weather alerts. Started looking at it, saying all this tornado. So then right when I saw those alerts, Chas starts calling me, and she's
Get
like,
your ass home.
and she's like, it's really bad. And I said, well, the safest place is that pantry.
Mhm.
You know how it's right in the middle of the house.
Right.
But, you know, it's small, but they crammed in there with both the cats.
Again, I don't know who built my house. I don't have
Again.
I don't have a middle of the house.
Again.
Or who designed my house.
You have a real big middle of the house.
Yeah, I don't. I have a small bathroom that not everybody can fit in, and my closet, I guess, in the master bedroom
That'd probably be
That's
a good
probably
spot.
the best spot.
Yeah.
is the best spot,
Yeah.
right?
No windows.
But it has an exterior wall,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
everywhere it does.
Every room in
not
your
the
house-
bathroom.
Then you got to get in the bathroom.
But it's a guest bathroom. That's
Y'all
so
can all
small.
fit in there, right?
with 5 dogs and 2 cats.
Put the dogs in your closet.
So there was one time that we, in the middle of the night tornadoes are the fucking worst because you don't know what's going to happen. But it got real bad. Tristan wasn't home. Oh, Tristan lived at his apartment that he lived in, and so it's just me, Addie, and then our 4 dogs, and then our 2 cats. So the dogs were just like, we were like, get in the closet. So all of us are in the closet, and couldn't find the cats. The cats were hiding somewhere, I guess. I don't know. So and the dogs are like, what the fuck are we doing? They kept scratching us. Get me out of this place. We're cramped. What are you doing? And so finally I opened the door and I'm like, we're good. Don't worry about it. We're fine. And obviously we were. And then somebody had told me one time that, hey, if you live on a hill, you're fine. Tornadoes, they don't like once that hits a hill, it dissipates. It says, and now I'm reading, and it's like, no, they can gain steam when they go up a hill.
Yeah, I was fixing to say that's not true.
Yeah, it's not true at all. It gains steam going uphill. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, because that one went down the hill we live on. It
Yeah.
went down the hill like further down. Because say we're like on 10th Street's the big
Yeah,
hill.
yeah.
They said that tornado went down like 3rd Street
Whoa.
and then went through town.
Yeah.
So it was pretty close to the house.
You've seen Twister, right?
Yeah.
You seen the newer one? The
Uh-uh.
Twisters?
No.
It's
I heard-
pretty good.
I thought about watching that
It's-
today,
it's not
actually.
bad. It's
'Cause
not bad.
I was flipping through, like, I saw it, I was like,
Because a lot of it goes back
is it a
to-
remake or is it a sequel?
No, it's like a continuation.
So it's not a remake.
No.
Do they have anybody from the first one in it?
I think the mom or the grandma or
One
the
that's cooking
mom.
all the food?
Yes.
She's in it?
Yeah. She's
And that
in
always
it.
looks, that scene when they're making the steaks and
Yeah.
that always looks so good.
Yeah. Yeah, she brings out the
Yeah.
chicken fried steak or
They're
something.
making T-bone steaks and they got the mashed potatoes and the brown gravy and the eggs and,
and that,
everything.
that girl's like,
Yeah.
she's
It always
all
looks
well-to-do.
it
Like,
always looks so good, that food, because that one dude's like, he's like, damn, May, you got a lot of beef. Where do you get all this from? She goes, you see my cows up front? No. Huh? Oh.
yeah, y'all like the second one.
Yeah, I need to
Y'all
watch,
have
because
it.
Twister's one of the movies that we've talked about before. Like,
It's not a remake.
I didn't know if it was a remake or
No.
a sequel or.
But they are able to use some of the old technology, the little
Dorothy?
things that
Dorothy?
take. Yeah, it's a different version of that. This dude's got a badass truck that clamps to the ground.
Oh, shit.
Those
So
things
he's
really
He's a
exist.
storm chaser,
Yeah.
and he made it where it clamps down to the ground.
Those things really, like, I've watched some storm chasers, like real ones before, and they had like this, it looked like an armored vehicle.
Yeah.
And it clamped down.
Yeah. There was a guy the other night when we were watching. He was a storm chaser down here on 20, and he was following that. And so he went up through because they were like, it's going to Santo and blah blah blah. So he's going up 4 into Santo, and then he gets into some shit. And even the weathermen, the guys that were at the news station, they're like, you may need to turn around right now. Like, you were in the middle of the shit.
You know, those guys know how to track tornadoes, right? One day we had a storm, and I seen them on Withers, like 7 cars. Then I got nervous. I'm like, if there's storm chasers right down the street, that means that they're expecting one there. You know,
somewhere close. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. You know, screw that.
Yeah.
The worst storm I've ever been in, and it was a hailstorm, and these pieces of hail were the size of the earth. I mean, they were gigantic. So we were supposed to have a softball game. I was playing in the co-ed league here in town.
They were giving you free softball.
They were giving, yeah. They're like, here you go. You need balls to play tonight. Here you go. So I pull up, like there was rain coming, but they hadn't canceled that I knew of. No one told me that the games were canceled. And then one of my teammates pulled up. He's like, did they cancel? Because no one else was there. Like, game starts at 6 o'clock, and it's 5:20, and no one's there when I pull up, or 5 o'clock when I put whatever time it was. And this guy pulls up, and we're just in our trucks talking to each other. I'm like, well, no one told me it was canceled. He goes, me either. And so I text, and we're waiting. And then, like, small hail starts falling, and he goes, we're done. And so he just hauls ass. And I go, okay. And so, you know, it's out on the base. And this is when I lived over behind Walmart on Brazos. So I leave, and I take that back road,
Yeah.
And, dude, as soon as I turned on that back road, the largest hail I've ever seen in my life started hitting my truck.
Shit.
And just shattered my front window. But those are made not to break in.
Yeah.
And so I've got about, I don't know, a 4x4 area that I can look through as I drive. And I get all the way home, and I pull it, and it is still just, and I'm sitting in my truck, and I'm like, well, I don't want to be here in case the shit breaks my window out or breaks this, side window out or something, because it was gigantic.
Folks get KO'd though if you go outside.
Yeah. And so the question is, okay, do I stay in here and just maybe it breaks through and I get beat up, or do I
You'll get beat up.
run the 5 foot that would get me under my porch so I can get inside and maybe get knocked out on the way? And so I backed up my truck a little bit to kind of get me a little closer. Do not jump out, and I'm just getting pelted. Boom, boom, and it hurts so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, those things ain't perfectly smooth.
No.
They got spikes.
It's like
Yeah.
meteorites.
Yeah.
The sketchiest I ever felt. We were in Weatherford. Chas was like 8 months pregnant with Audrey.
Mhm.
So, we were at the old Walmart. For some reason, I can't remember why we were there. The old Walmart in Weatherford, like the one in Weatherford.
Oh, where
by
Tractor Supply is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That used to be Jump Extreme, but now it's the Maverick or whatever it is.
so we're in that old Walmart, and the storm's coming, and it says it's coming up 180, and we're starting to leave. So I was like, I'm just going to go around it.
20.
Yeah. Big mistake. Should have stayed. I remember thinking when we were in Walmart, like, maybe we should just ride it out here, like, just stay.
Yeah.
I was like, they said it's going up 180. I'll just go around, and we'll be. Man, I never made it past like these back roads I was going to. It just starts hitting, and it's hitting so hard that I'm like, we can't stay in this vehicle. And all I'm thinking of is I got my 8th month.
Was it hail and stuff like that?
Yeah, and it's just hitting. So I just pulled off to the first house I saw. Like, it's getting that bad. Like, the car, I'm thinking we need to, and I just knock on the door and say, hey, can we take shelter? I got my 8-month pregnant wife in the car, and they're like, yeah, our power's already up, and they let us. And come to find out, I can't remember who it is to this day, but she was a girl that when she said her name, I recognized it, and she was a couple of years older than me, and she went to Minter Wells, but that was her, like,
Oh, wow.
like we knew who she was, but I cannot remember who it was. But that was a scare. I remember driving, like, I couldn't see anything. And
That's what the hell was. And even looking through that little 4x4 area that wasn't shattered yet.
I couldn't see anything, and I just I can see enough that there's a driveway here, so I was like, we can't stay, because I just pulled over at first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, we can't stay in this car. It's like,
Rocky.
it looked like a tornado. I didn't know what.
Yeah.
So I just, first driveway, pulled into it, and it was a long driveway to get to this house, because it was kind of a country road, and that was when I was like, and we stayed there for about 30 minutes.
What about you, Dave?
Yeah, I had a storm hit while I was driving. I had a single cab truck.
Mm-hmm.
Kept it so clean, it's pristine. Washed it twice a week almost, and it came and it started hitting the windshield and the hood. And I remember feeling the glass when it would hit. I would feel like specks of glass hitting me.
Yep.
And I could see it landing on the dash. And I found like an old gas station somewhere here in town. I think it was by McGraw or...
Oh, that old Kerr McGee out there.
On the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just whipped into there and we sat it out right there until it finished. And then my truck was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
What year was that really bad hailstorm that you were talking about? Would that have been like 2012 or 13?
Yeah, because I was with Tasha.
So I remember
No, it couldn't have been that far. It had to have been before then.
I remember there was one really bad one.
Tristan was little, and we didn't have Addie yet. And Addie was born in 2010.
So I remember there was one really bad one in 2008.
So it's probably right there, around there.
And then we had another really bad one in like 2012.
Mm-hmm.
I had just got that.
So I do know the one in 2012.
I had just got that blue Dodge. I had it for 4 months. And because I remember taking a picture, and I took on like all kind. We lived in that duplex there, and I remember like the windshield got cracked and the hood all got. And I had that truck for like 4 months, and I was like,
so that was.
like,
I had a silver Ford in the one where I was driving, and it shattered everything. The one in 2012, I had just bought a brand new the black Ford that I had towed to the dealership because it was out of gas.
That wasn't out of gas.
It was not out of gas, but it was. So that one, I just got that truck, and we were still living on Brazos, and I was parked in front of the house, and I hadn't had that thing maybe 3 months, maybe, and that hell just starts. And I don't even know why I had it parked out there, because, Tasha's car was parked in the driveway. My work vehicle at the time was parked in the driveway, and so I just parked my truck up front. And I'm just brand new, new truck.
ugh.
And I'm just staring out the window, just watching it get its ass whooped by hell. And just so much damage.
A guy I work with still.
It had a sunroof.
Oh, no. A guy I worked with still at that 2012 one. Driving off the lot at the Chevy house with a brand new Chevy Silverado that he just bought.
God.
He drives off of it, takes such a big piece. It looked like somebody had took a sledge to the front of his hood. He drove off the lot, drove back onto the lot. Like, I was like, that's the fastest I've ever heard of it.
Wow. Oh my God.
So I remember they were like, we'll just keep the truck and but I remember he came to work and it looked like one spot, like somebody just took a 20-pound sledge and hit it. And he said that happened like as I'm pulling off the lot.
Oh my God.
He just pulled right back on it. He still has the truck.
I couldn't imagine. Ugh. And just dealing with it, it sucks.
Yeah.
Having to go and get a rental because it's just so, and because and then nobody has a rental for you.
Yep.
And so you got to drive your car.
I remember both those big hailstorms like that were so big that those insurance companies were all around town setting up like tents.
Yeah.
Where you could drive up to like in parking lots.
They'd fix your window.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd fix your window so you could drive.
But I remember they had them all staked out with these cannons. They were taking pictures like they were, because it was just.
Fuck.
Those are the two biggest ones I can remember. And I remember the date we both lived in the same. I'd happened to be in Weatherford in the 2008 one.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so bad. I parked my truck that's when I had that silver Dodge, and I put it like under some trees. But Chas was at home with Audrey at the duplex, and Audrey was like 2, and they got in the closet and it busted out some windows in our house.
Gosh, damn.
Now they have these things you can buy for your car. It's like a bubble. You air
I've
it
seen
up.
those.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What was that last storm that came through? I had we moved the girls' cars under the carport because they both have sunroofs.
Yeah.
So, in Taylor's baby car, as we call it, the clown car, didn't take up too much space, so I pulled it up as far as I could, and I could at least get the front half of the Explorer like under
In
it.
there?
But I'm not going to leave those sunroofs out there.
No, hell no.
Hell.
Hell no.
God. And I was like, that's the first thing I thought of when we got these cars for these girls, because we didn't care if it had sunroof or not. We just took the deal. But they both, of course,
Yeah.
have sunroofs.
Speaking of car troubles, no, my truck's fine.
Uh-oh.
Lexus, so Tristan's soon-to-be wife, his fiance, she has a Blazer, had a Blazer, Chevy Blazer. And every time she put it into park, like a code would come up and say, put it into park. And so she'd have to like slam it into park.
That was a problem with those, because my wife had that Acadia, did the same thing.
And it was like, it like she took it up to the dealership and they're like, oh, you got to replace and whatever the part was. But it's just like pop it open right next to the gear shifter. It's just like
it's a
little
assembly
cable
thing.
Yeah. But you unplug and replug it in. I'm like, oh, they wanted to charge her like $2,500 to fix it. And I go, we can do it real cheap. Like the part was like $9.
He's like,
I'm like,
Daniel's like, you've seen me fix stuff.
yeah. Like
I can do that.
I mean, look at the
all day.
lawnmower.
Yeah, I'm not messing with any of that.
Yeah.
No, she won't smell gas at all. It's outside. I said, we can pop that. Me and Tristan can pop that off. We can just replace that. It's, disconnect on one side, disconnect the other, reconnect. I said, you're good to go. She's like, And then like the very next day, AC went out.
Oh.
And then it came back on. And then it went out. And then it came back on. So they ended up saying, oh, it's going to be like, $7,000 to fix it or whatever. So she now has a new vehicle.
What'd you get?
Ford Escape?
Escape. Oh,
Something
that's
like
right,
that.
because Chess said
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I said, what'd she get? Those Ford Escapes are selling. They're pretty nice.
Yeah. So she
Chess's mom got one of them. Not the one.
Didn't you send a picture of your dash light on the other day?
Yeah, what
was
was
that
that
about?
That was 2-3 weeks ago.
And what was that? We talked about it. What did it end up being? Nothing. It just went away.
Nothing.
right?
It just went away.
That doesn't mean it's nothing.
Right. But that's
What would
the
make
dumb-
you think
it
that?
says service transmission. But it would pop up and then go away. And pop up and go away. And so so this was last Friday. It was last Friday. Last Friday. And it popped up, and so I'm on my way from like Stephenville, and I'm headed to Granbury. And so I'm driving, and it just that morning it popped up and went away, and then didn't come back on. And I go to Stephenville, do some work, and I'm headed to Granbury, and it's just like boom, pop up, go away, and then it goes away, and then I don't know, 10 seconds later, pop up, and then go away. And then as soon as it went away, pop up. And so I was like, screw this. I turned around and I just came back to town. And so I came right home and I just parked it in the driveway. I was like, I don't have anything going on this weekend. I'm not worried about it. I'll take care of it Monday morning. I haven't had it happen since. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a fucking brand new transmission.
Yeah.
So I don't fucking know.
Maybe they should have reset something that they didn't in the computer.
Well, when I picked it up, there was something that they had to go, and there was an update that they didn't do, so I had to bring it back, and there was issues with it after I immediately picked it up and took it after the transmission was replaced, and so I left it there for another day, let them go through and do whatever. And I know somebody though whose vehicle has been in the shop. Whose vehicle's been in the shop for over 2 years to get fixed.
What?
And he is a sheriff's deputy in town, I believe. So I don't know. Once a month, they give him a new car to drive. I'm like, surely there's got to be, for 2 fucking years, your car has been in the shop. My car is in and out, in and out. His car has been a brand fucking new vehicle that he bought.
Who is this?
I'm not gonna say his name.
Oh,
Brand fucking new vehicle that he bought. Hadn't had it for long. Goes into the shop, and at first it was like, well, we're waiting on the parts. And we're still waiting on the parts. And then we don't have a technician that can spend all the time, because all these other vehicles, he's got to split his time. They only have apparently one technician at this place he's taking it to. And so he can't just stay on yours, because he's got to diagnose all these other ones that come in. And so they don't have somebody that can just stay on his vehicle the entire time to figure it out. 2 fucking years later, no. Take the fucking car back.
Yeah.
Like, give me something else.
Yeah, that's like even worse than yours.
But instead of doing that, they just give them
Isn't
brand
there
new
like-
cars to drive all the
like,
He showed up at my house the other night because my daughter on Wednesdays goes to youth church stuff with their daughter. And so he brought her home. And she's going to go to church camp with them over the summer. And so we were just talking about that. And I'll go, did you get a new vehicle? Finally get a new vehicle? He goes, no, that's just another one they gave us to drive.
isn't there like that lemon law or whatever?
Yeah, but it's got to be 3 times for the same issue, not close to the same issue.
Something like
3
that.
times for the same
Separate
issue.
times.
3 separate times under 24,000 miles.
What vehicle is this?
I don't know what they have. But 2 fucking years they've been waiting for their brand new vehicle to be fixed.
I mean, he's making payments on it.
Right.
That's when the dealership needs to step up.
Somebody's got to be like,
Do something.
But when he does get it back, if they fix it, it's not going to have that many miles on it.
Right.
guess.
But the other thing is,
Even paying payments on
yeah,
that
0
thing?
miles on it.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, you would think that the manufacturer would be like, just give him something.
Yeah, do something.
You've got it. We've got it. Like, I would be on the phone with the manufacturer
Yeah.
going, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on now.
Two fucking years?
He hasn't bubbled it up enough.
Well, he's
Yeah,
a
he
very quiet
Yeah,
man
he
anyway.
hasn't raised enough shit.
Well, but he's not that guy that's going to do that. I've known this guy for a while. He's not the guy that's going to raise all
So
that
is
shit.
it a Chevy, Ford, Dodge? Do you even know that?
I do know that.
You ain't gonna say.
No.
It ain't a
That
G-
would tell you where it's at.
It's not a GMC, is it?
I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But fucking let your car be in the shop for 2 years at the dealership that you bought it from.
And you're paying monthly.
And you're
payments
paying
on it.
monthly payments on it for 2 fucking years? Get the fuck out of here. No way. No way. So surely there's got to be legally there's got to be something he can
Yeah,
do, right?
there has to
be
be.
something.
There
he can
has
do.
to be.
There has to be something they have to do
There
legally
has
with
to
that.
be.
You
You
know?
could raise enough stink that write enough
A-
letters and stuff that you could get
Or
something.
make enough
done.
calls.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. There was
We
one
write Channel 4 and be like, get
Right.
me on the freaking interview.
There was one time I leased a vehicle, and so the dealer tags that they gave me when I leased the vehicle, they were set to expire in May, whatever the date was. And so I called and I go, I haven't received my registration, my tag, my license plate. I haven't received anything. Oh, they're on their way. I go, well, those dealer tags last for a good little while.
3 months.
3 months, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, I haven't received them. Well, they're on the way. Okay, well, where are they on the way to? Because I haven't received them. They're supposed to be mailed to my house. Because when you lease it, there's not a dealership. I leased through like a third party dealer, and so they send them to your house. I haven't got them. Oh, they're on the way. I'm tracking it. They should be there this week. Okay, cool. May comes and goes, still don't have them. June comes and goes, still don't have them. And I call and I go, I don't have this. Oh, they're on their way. Okay, well, I have a truck that I can't drive. Because now it's like July. I have a truck that I haven't driven in a month. Because these dealer tags are out. And I don't have my new license plate or my registration sticker to put in the window. What are we doing? They're on the way. They're on the way. I go, okay. 3 months, go. Dealer tags are out. I don't have my license plate or registration for the vehicle. I go, 3 months have come and gone, and I haven't driven my truck in 3 weeks. Or 3 months, 3 months. And I go, I can't drive a vehicle and get a ticket, and I'm not fucking doing that because whatever's happening on y'all's end isn't coming to me.
No shit.
So you're going to reimburse me for the months that I haven't been able, and they're like, oh, we can't do that. I go, the bullshit you can. I said, it's your fault that I haven't driven this vehicle in 3 months. And so they paid 3 months, 3 months of my payments.
If you raise
Wow.
enough, with most stuff, if you raise enough bit,
Yeah,
now they changed the law, I think, where the dealerships do the license.
It's no more paper tags at the end of this
Yeah.
month.
oh, really?
Yeah,
They're giving out like real plates, but they're temporary plates that they issue to the dealerships or something.
Mm-hmm.
When they sell a car, they're not as easy to
No, they're going like from what I hear.
You
To fake
probably
or
know-
whatever?
I think like
It's like a plate, right?
they're the dealerships are taking over that where they're giving out legit plate like you boom plates.
Yeah.
Like
Right then and there?
I think so.
So they got, they used to say that prisoners made the license plates. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's true or not. So they got prisoners in the back. They're making the license plates
Yep.
immediately.
Yep.
Here you go. Got one for you, sir.
I'm not sure. You probably know more, or Chas does. She's around it more. But
Yeah, she's-
I thought they were like a temp plate that you can't copy. Like make one.
Well, I know that she's.
They might be the
She
real.
has said
actual,
like what she was
actual
talking about.
ones.
I don't know when it's supposed to kick in, but like, I think like the dealerships are having to take in all of the responsibility for the plates now. Like they're not getting sent to them. Like I don't know. I'm not gonna make up shit.
yeah.
But I don't know when it's supposed to. Has something to do with all the new registration, all that stuff, and everything.
That's crazy.
But it should be easier where you're not waiting on
So long.
plates all the time when you got to worry about that shit.
Did y'all see big news that came out that President Joe Biden
Oh yeah,
Has
that's like really bad.
prostate cancer?
They said like a
and it's
aggressive-
metastatized. God, I don't know how to say that word. It's gotten to his bones.
yeah, it's really it's
and
really
that's fucking bad.
yeah. He's not gonna make it. I
like
mean,
that's where it's bad.
it's obviously he's not in the best shape anyway, and he's
What's the word? Metastatized?
You got me.
mustache-sized. Yeah, I don't see him. He ain't gonna make it.
Metastatized?
Yeah, whatever, dude. Let's quit trying McDonald's size,
McDonald's sized.
super sized, as I say. Yeah, that's
That's
Yeah.
fucking insane, dude.
Do you care about the plates still?
Sure.
It says the last day to issue paper tags is June 30th. New process beginning July 1st. Dealers will provide permanent metal plates or one of 4 temporary metal plates at the time of sale.
yeah.
What do you do with the temporary ones? Give them back?
I guess it says
Like I said, I think most of them for what
these temporary metal plates will replace the 60-day paper tags and will be issued by licensed dealers.
like I said, the dealers are taking responsibility on the
So they're either going to issue permanent or.
yeah.
But yeah, no, that's fucking bad. The that cancer.
He's not. No, I mean, he didn't seem like he was the picture of health for the last few years anyway, and he's 80
When is
2
the
years
last time you've had your prostate checked?
every night. Oh, by someone else?
Yes.
No. Never.
That's where they squeeze.
Well, you can do it through blood work as well.
Well, I mean-
you can test your PSA through blood work as well.
I guess the last
But
time
as
I
far
had,
as like finger in my butthole, no.
no, last time I had blood work done
Yeah.
was
Did it check your PSA?
yeah. They were. My doctor was like, "We're gonna go ahead and just do the full run,"
Yeah.
and that's when I had the surgery. So 2 years ago.
I'm supposed to be getting a colonoscopy
Yeah.
soon.
Oh, how exciting!
I haven't scheduled it yet.
Do it.
I have to start.
Let
it-
us video it.
Like most people say,
Oh.
like most people say 50.
Yeah.
I have
I
to.
thought it was 45.
That's for if
It
you
depends.
have.
Yeah, if it's in
your-
your family.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah.
since it's in my family, it's recommended I start doing it at 45, and you do it yearly. I think. I'm not sure, but I know it's recommended at 45
I
for
think
me.
you just want it to be yearly.
45 for me. So I'm only
Couple
like
years.
Less than a couple of years. I got to start
Oh.
doing that.
So I had my
Blue River.
yeah, I had my PSA checked because I take testosterone, so they check my PSA every like 8-week, 12-week, and then after if those are fine, and because they're also checking my testosterone levels, and then blah 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 blah. Mine are it's fine. It's never been like it's between 0 and 4 on this scale that they show me, and mine are always like under 1. It's like 0.6 or something, which is perfectly healthy.
Yeah, I have to watch that.
But I don't know how much I mean, I guess you can trust it. Not that I want a finger or a wand or something in my butthole,
Yes, you
but
do.
I mean, I kind of do. But I'd rather be thorough. You know,
No, I have to.
There's
that's
no
my-
sense in being timid now.
Yeah. No, I have to watch my. That's what my grandfather had that he died from. So I have to really, because from my also I don't know if this is true or not, but they always say like it skips a generation.
It's like twins. They say twins skip a generation.
Well, guess what? My grandpa had it. So what generation did it fall on? This guy. If that skips a generation.
So I have decided I want to be a little healthier.
Huh.
Yeah.
I can see that by the cans.
And by the cans.
There's a lot less than what would have been. But, so I did begin working out again. And I'm going to use that term very loosely. I began walking.
Oh.
Jogging.
I was gonna
Apparently
say
you just run.
whatever these things are called,
Dumbbells?
Dumbbells. They have spider webs on them.
Well, so I came in here. I was going to start using this elliptical. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I hate
That bike over there, I fucking hate it. So I go for a walk.
Yeah, I'd rather just walk outside the
I'll
buildings.
walk for 45 minutes to an hour up and down the road. And I said, this week,
15 minutes.
I didn't do it. Yeah, I didn't do it today.
You go down?
No, I don't go down the hill. Hell no.
okay.
I just go up and down all the roads.
He's just wandering.
I just wander around. People are like, "Are you lost?" I'm like, "Maybe."
He's drinking beer while he's walking.
Smoking a cigarette.
And so on my third day of doing it, I get a notification.
Oh, that's the watch thing. I was wondering what that was from.
I get a notification on my watch.
I remember that.
And I sent that to y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Facto's response was RIP. I want to read this to y'all.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Because I went and looked on mine to see if mine
Was that Tuesday or Wednesday that I sent that to y'all? Oh, there it is. It was Wednesday, yeah. So my watch goes, low cardio fitness. This may be due to an overall lack of physical activity. It
And that was while you were walking?
was while I was walking.
It's like you shocked it so bad.
I like to go walking, by the way, but I want to go to those new trails where they do the concerts and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
I don't know how far those go.
They say there's a lot of snakes out there, though.
Okay, Mister. While ago you said
I'm just saying, watch
afraid
out.
of snakes.
Watch out is all I'm
Okay.
saying.
Snake.
Maybe I wanted you to go to protect me.
I will. I'm a sneaky snake.
I'm a sneaky little snake.
Yeah, so terrible health apparently. So
We all gotta die, so you might as well die happy.
also I got to get fitted for a tux
Sweet.
next Saturday.
now
That's what
we
the
know.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with health.
So
He's trying to.
I started intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting. So I stopped. Typically we eat a pretty early dinner, so I'm done by 7 o'clock tops.
Wait, you're gonna get fitted for the tux, and then how much time? How much time's gonna go by?
So much time.
Oh no!
What am I losing? 30 pounds? I'm not doing that.
He's gonna get fitted, and then 2 weeks before
It's not
he's
gonna
supposed to
fit.
wear it, he's gonna have to start doing the same thing again.
Yeah. So I was like, you think I could talk to?
You need to get fitted now before you start getting any kind of shape.
I talked to a Rotsmaker. And he was like, yes, you can lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks, no problem. Intermittent fasting and do some sort of physical activity, you fat son of a bitch. And I said, okay, yeah. So I start intermittent fasting, which isn't really. I love breakfast, and I have breakfast every day. But it hasn't.
Breakfast is easy to skip.
It's actually been very easy to skip.
Yeah.
Because they say you want to hit that 16-hour mark, right?
Yeah. So I'll stop. Typically 7 o'clock is the latest that we'll have any kind of
So
something
7
for
to
dinner.
7 to 11,
I'll go 7 to about noon.
and that's easy. That's
Yeah.
not really hard to do.
I did a 24-hour fast one time. Me and Facto, and not on purpose. It was like we both know that we had stopped eating dinner around the same time, or hadn't eaten after like 7 or 8 o'clock. He was like, "Let's just go 24 hours." I'm like, "Dude, that fucking." And actually, no, I know it was 6 o'clock that we had both been done with dinner, and so the next morning, he was like, "Let's just not eat until lunch." And as it got closer to lunch, getting a little hungry, but it was a very busy day for us at this time. He was like, So we skipped lunch. He goes, let's just go 24 hours. So I made it 24 hours. But then I ate about 12,000 calories for dinner. I was so
2
hungry.
or 3 meals when you did eat.
Yeah, no, I ate the full day's worth of meals at dinner.
It's not hard, like you said, to make sure nothing after 7 besides water.
Yeah.
And to go till lunchtime the next day. That's not really that hard.
It wasn't that bad.
But
I do love breakfast.
It's kind of like doing the calorie thing, because if you stick under a certain amount of calories,
Right.
it kind of does the same thing. So if you fast, you're only going to get, unless you eat like a jumbo jack or something,
Right.
you're going to get 1,500 calories or less or whatever.
And then, but then so you can intermittent fast all you want, but if you're eating 40,000 calories for
Yeah.
your other 2 meals,
Yeah.
you're screwed. So I've been watching what I eat. A lot less sweets, because typically I'll get a breakfast something, typically a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant somewhere over here at Eagle's Nest, and then
The burritos are...
and then I'll grab like some donut sticks or something.
Those things are
Something
loaded
to tie
to...
me over till lunch.
But then I eat it all right then and there.
It's easier when I'm at work. It's easier because I go to work. I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I put that in my head. I'm not. I could, but I'm not.
Yeah.
So whatever I bring with me, that's what I'm eating.
Right.
So it's easier, but it's that dinner time, because since I don't eat breakfast most of the time and don't eat a big lunch, that dinner bell gets to ring and Daddy's hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Just plan on going to Popeyes every day.
Fuck that. I ain't been there since. Even when the girls have got it a couple of times and tried to, like, when they, like, don't you bring that shit in my house. And it always looks good. I'm like, motherfucker. But I've been doing like a protein shake around 9:30.
Yeah, you have.
Really?
Yeah,
Eating a
you
lot
have.
of rice. But then again, I've for some reason been on this. I might be pregnant. These taste these odd. A lot of rice, because them little cup rice
Yep.
things. A lot of that. I like the chicken flavored ones that taste like a lot like ramen flavored. And then there's like a cheese one.
Okay.
Rice-a-roni, cups of rice. Pretty good. But eat a lot of those, but the freaking Vienna sausages, man.
Oh, God. Those aren't good for you in any form
No,
or
but
fashion.
I don't know why I've been on like a... They're so good. I've
They're
been eating-
not. They're honestly not.
Oh, man, I love them.
I do too, but they're not good.
No, they are good.
They're not good.
They're horrible. Like the jalapeno ones.
They're not good.
Man, I ate a jalapeno one.
They're so good.
Man, I've been like... Because I go to Brookshire's and they're like 99 cents a can, so I'll throw like 10 cans in there.
So for Mother's Day,
Man, I love them.
Did we
things.
talk about
My mom
Mother's Day
feeds them
last-
to her dog, and I eat them like they're...
did we talk about Mother's Day last week? We did not.
We didn't. We left that off.
Yeah, we left that
We're
off too.
Great.
So for
Awesome.
Mother's Day, Tasha was like, "Hey, Brookshire's has a sale on ribeye steaks, boneless ribeye steaks.
All this
let's
talk of health is making.
let's have this and baked potatoes for Mother's Day dinner." Because I was like, "Just tell me what you want, and I'll make it for you." So steaks and baked potatoes, love it. That's a great meal. I'll have that every day of the fucking week.
meat and potatoes.
But they were like $6.99 a pound at Brookshire's. They were at a sale, and they came 3 to the pack, and they were like $50 for this pack and $60 for this pack, but that's like regular price. And then $6.99 a pound, so basically you're cutting it in half is what you're doing. $12.99 a pound or whatever it was.
Math.
Yeah.
Is that math good?
Yeah. So you're cutting it in half is what it was. So I go up there, and I've got Addie with me because Addie wanted to go to Walmart and get her a card, and we didn't want to get flowers ahead of time. She wanted to get flowers that morning of, so I was like, oh, let's go. So she made her a little basket, and I and the kids unknowingly bought her a purse, by the way, for Mother's Day. We didn't know that. She let me know that ahead of time.
Okay.
Yeah, she
That's
goes,
nice.
she goes, this is y'all's gift to me.
That's
And
the
I said,
best kind of.
perfect.
Hey, that's perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. But Addie still wanted to get her. So she made a little basket of treats and shit. And so we went and got the steaks. And now I'm on the phone, and we're at Brookshire's. And in order to get that price, you got to put your phone number in.
And you don't have one?
I do.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, you told me this story. Did we talk about this on the podcast?
I don't remember. Did I? I think we talked about it.
I know we talked about it, but I don't remember if we talked about it.
I don't either. Do you remember if we talked about it? Okay.
He wasn't.
Nonetheless. Well, but he would have listened. I would assume. I don't know.
He doesn't listen.
I know.
I do.
Anyway, I do. Anyway, and so I'm like, I'm on the phone. I'm like, here's my card. Put the number in. Scan everything. She likes to do that. Scan everything and pay for it. Let's go. So she's like, hey, you put your PIN in. So I put my PIN in. And I finish up my phone call and I get to the truck. I go, did you not put the phone number in? She goes, it never asked for it. No, because you have to push the button that says put my phone number in or Brewster's card.
It actually says enter
your number or whatever. She's like, I didn't ask for your number. So we paid full price for this.
He didn't get any of the discount.
I got zero fucking discount.
How much was that?
$160.
Oh my!
And it would have been probably like half.
You should have went to Texas Roadhouse.
So it was very good though. It was so good.
I kept telling Chess, "What do you want me to cook? Anything?" For some reason, she was like, "You know what? I just want
I want you.
Just want that dick. You gonna get this? What's that Paul Rudd? He's like,
I love that movie.
You gonna get this dick?
Is that This is 40?
You gonna
No.
get this dick?
What is that?
Isn't that Mary this dick?
This dick.
Get this dick.
Yeah.
But no, she just wanted. She said, "I just want a cheeseburger for some reason."
I'm in.
Perfect.
I
That's easy.
love it. Did you make them or did you buy
Yeah,
them?
I made
Oh.
them. I always usually make
Did you
them.
hand patty?
Yeah. Always. You can
Patty
put
cake? Patty
the
cake?
little wood. Always,
Patty
always
cake,
start with.
patty cake.
I always start with the little.
What movie?
Was that Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yes.
I always start with the little Worcestershire sauce on there,
Mm-hmm.
and then make the patties, and then usually I just do salt, pepper,
SPG.
onion powder,
Oh.
garlic powder.
Yep.
And just roll with that. And then I always throw anytime I cook cheeseburgers, I throw a pack of hot dogs on there
Of course.
because
You like to
Taylor's
deep throat them.
Taylor's like,
Oh,
I don't really want a cheeseburger.
of course.
And then I think in my fat brain's thinking too that I can eat these later, like during the week.
Is it Wanderlust? Wanderlust.
I think so.
Yeah.
But
Keep telling you,
the
I got to pee so bad.
girls love the cheese dogs.
Oh,
Girls
yeah.
love the cheese Oscar Mayer cheese dogs. So
Yeah.
threw a pack of them on there, and we ate cheeseburgers. But I did all the fixings, the
Fries?
yeah, and the lettuce and tomatoes and all that stuff and all that jazz.
Yeah, we did that the other day. And we made steaks on Mother's Day too.
I was kind of pushing that, but she wanted, and she also wanted me just to make some regular old cheese dip, not with like the meat or anything. She just wanted like
Rotel.
regular old cheese dip with the rotel, and because she had the pick up the guy. Where's Daniel when you need to from what's he called it? Ricky Ricardo's.
Ricky Ricardo.
They got some good pico. Chess loves. I hate pico. I'm not a big pico guy. Chess loves it. She loves cilantro. So that was the other thing. I said she wanted just regular old cheese dip, not the smoked queso or anything like that. Just make
Just like Rotel?
like the Velveeta rotel and cream mushroom.
Yeah.
That's all. Throw in a crock pot because I've got her pretty much weekly. I'm buying her every other week a thing of pico from Ricky Ricardo's.
Dude, make your own pico. It's,
Well, Ricky Ricardo's pretty good.
yeah.
Tasha makes good.
She makes good pico.
I'm not a big pico guy, but Chess is.
love it.
And she loves cilantro, and Ricky Ricardo's puts a pretty good amount of cilantro in there. So she's like, I want some cheese dip to eat with the pico, So I was like, that's easy enough. Do that too. So that was our meal, real healthy.
What about you?
They sell steaks.
We had steaks
Oh, did
too.
you?
Yeah.
Which is, typically that's like a Father's Day meal.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the bullshit of it. You cook your own Father's Day meal?
Yeah, for the most part, because I kind of like cooking, but we used to always go like to Mesquite Pit because they'd always have a Father's Day special, and it would always be a ribeye
Yep.
and the bacon wrapped shrimp,
Shrimp, yep.
like a Father's Day
Yep,
special.
yep.
So a lot of times we do that, but we haven't done that in a long time.
We would be like, we're going to have steaks for Father's Day.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm cooking it. If we're
But
having
I'm also
steak-
going to cook it.
If I'm having steak, there's somebody else in that house that's going to cook that, or I
Right.
might want them to.
Right.
She always marinates them, gets them ready for me, and then
Yeah.
The only thing getting them ready Chas would do is maybe go to the store and buy it. And I wouldn't even trust her to do that because there's no telling what she'd pick out.
Well, I did have.
She just grabbed like the first steak she saw.
I did have Tristan cook them. I go, this is your mother, not mine. You're cooking. So I had to make them.
You stand over his shoulder the whole time?
I just hung out there and drank beer while he
That's good.
made them. I told Addie, I'm like, Addie, get down here. It's time to cook dinner. And she was asleep. So she stood there. What am I even doing?
God.
I'm like, get the baked potatoes ready. And she's like, I don't even know what that is. I'm like,
What's a potato?
I'm like, just go back. I got
Just
it.
just get out of my face.
I've got it. It's fine.
They got that down to a science on annoy the father real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of it.
Get the hell out of it.
Just get out of
I'm
my
like,
face.
But Tristan, he was just like, I'll cook the steaks. I'm like, get your ass down
He's
here.
at the age now that he's going to like doing the outdoor grilling.
Well, he loves to grill.
Yeah.
He's still learning, but he loves to grill.
Well,
So.
somebody else is too.
Yeah.
Every time we cook steaks, we have to cook stuffed jalapenos too.
Yeah, that's always good.
So we didn't do that,
bacon
but
wrap.
I should have.
Yeah.
I do love, and I even, I think Tasha, no, I bought it. We went to one of the Hunters every year. I go to Hunters Extravaganza every fucking year because it's like August. And one of the years we went, I bought this. It's in the shape of like Texas, and it's got the holes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I bought one of those
To
and
roast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the pepper
For the
standing
jalapenos,
up,
yeah. So I've used that probably 3 or 4 times. I shouldn't have paid for it, but I wanted it. I wanted it, and I have it, and I use it. It's cast iron, so it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Chas, I said Memorial Day, got to cook something. Got to cook something on the grill on Memorial Day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So she said, a ham. She loves, but only one particular ham. If Kennedy's has a ham,
Are those like already cut?
no, they're like
They're just full
whole
ham.
pit ham.
Yeah.
They're already smoked, so you're just really heating them up. But man, they are so good. But you never know; they're pretty seasonal. So every holiday they're gonna have them.
Yeah.
This time of year, they might only have like the fucker that's like that big
Yeah.
that you don't need.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna
Cook
go,
it and just eat. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna go there tomorrow.
Tristan loves, like when we make a ham,
Oh yeah,
he will just eat pieces
well,
of ham
you can
all
eat,
the.
yeah.
and you can eat that all week.
Yeah.
Making ham sandwiches out of it.
Oh, yeah.
But the hams at Kennedy's are
So there's 3 things
Money.
I want to try, and I've seen them too many times. There's the guy.
he wants to try a guy.
I want to try. There's 3
Yeah,
things.
like he hasn't done that.
3 things. There's the guy that does the bacon wrapped hot dogs.
Oh yeah.
He's like out of California,
Oh yeah.
and he puts like he's
The
got this
crushed
whole
up Cheetos
whole
and
grill.
everything.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
hot
the
Cheetos on
Mexican hot
top.
dogs.
Yeah. Oh fuck that! I want to do that one of these days
I've done bacon wrapped hot dogs, but I've never put all that crazy shit on.
with the onions and the
Yeah, I've never done
jalapenos.
that.
Oh, fucking looks awesome. I want to do corn dog, chili dogs,
Hell yeah.
where they make the corn dogs, they slice them, and
That's-
they
that's
chili
easy
dog it,
enough.
and then they bake it in the oven. Oh, that looks
That's easy
fucking
too.
awesome. That's a
That'd
fat
be,
guy's
that'd
dream.
be pretty easy. Yeah.
And the other thing that I just saw, you like s'mores?
It's more what?
I don't like s'mores.
Oh yeah, open. It's got to be on a open flame, like campfire stuff.
I'm so bougie. It's gonna be. I
has to be.
I don't like s'more Pop Tarts.
Well, they're not bad.
So this, I saw a guy. He took like individual pie crusts, graham cracker crusts, threw some Hershey's chocolate in there, threw some marshmallows in there, and then cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough, and he cut them into little, like big fucking cookie chunks, flattened it out, and that was the crust over the top of it, and then
the
he
top layer of
and
the
then he
pie.
baked it.
Damn,
And so he made a s'more chocolate chip cookie
sounds
pie.
awesome.
Fuck, that sounded great.
Sounds great to go with your tuxedo
Right. Right.
fitting.
Right. I'm so ready for it.
No, I want to do I saw just the video of a guy cooking it last night with the Mexican hot dogs where they throw the hot dog weenies in a pan with some oil, get them going, and then they throw like the peppers and onions and everything, bell peppers, onions and stuff in the,
Oh, in it with it, yeah.
and just get them going like that, and then you serve them like on the bun with the peppers and everything. It's almost like a Philly cheesesteak, but the
Hot
meat
dog.
is the hot dog.
Oh, it sounds
It
awesome.
looks pretty good. And that's easy to do, too.
Oh, fuck. Nothing you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, y'all are naming off all
like-
the ones I looked
He goes,
at.
that's my entire algorithm. There's one more thing that I saw that this guy makes it in a disco, but you can do it on a flat top. And it's like chorizo and shrimp and chicken, like fajita meat, beef fajita meat. And you cook it all in, and you mix it all together. Like you set it to the side after it's cooked. Then you throw all your onions and your bell peppers. And then once those are nice and soft, you mix it all together. Throw cheese on top of it. And then you have tortillas that are heated
So it
up.
sounds like he's making fajitas just with chorizo added to it.
That's not. I forget what he
That's what
calls
it
it.
sounded like, though.
But because it's chicken and beef fajitas.
You said he used chicken and beef fajita meat.
And he used pork. So he made like carnitas. So it's not. That's how it's not. Anyway, you heat up tortillas over here.
What'd you say?
Tortillas.
Tortillas. Oh,
Yeah.
Tortillas. Excuse me, I
And
didn't know.
you just
Is
grab
there
it.
some menudo in there too?
You just grab
Tortillas.
You just grab a tortilla
Tortillas.
and you reach up and you just grab a handful of it and you eat it like a taco. Oh fuck, that looks awesome.
You're not gonna make this fitting.
I won't make that at all,
Let's get excited. Like,
dude.
It's a good thing. You get fitted when you're bigger, and then try to lose a little bit.
And hope that I don't gain.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dumb.
see, and that's why the pulled pork thing's easy for the quinceañera.
Yeah, and so now we've got to buy the dress. Back to the quinceañera. Buy the dress. You've got to buy a tiara. So here's like part. Let me kind of. You don't know much about a quinceañera, right?
Who says
I can't even say it.
quinceañera?
You can't say it. You can just say quince. Quince.
Quince.
Quince.
So
Quince.
there's traditions within the quince, right? You have your court of honor, which is there's the first dance. So that's the dad dancing with the daughter. Mm-hmm. Like her last dance as a kid before she's a woman type of thing. Then the traditions of the quince. Now, I pulled them up because I wanted to read them to y'all. So there's the tiara, right? So you give her a tiara. It symbolizes that it's called a quinceañera because the girl is the quinceañera. It's her 15th birthday. So the tiara symbolizes that she's the princess in the parents' eyes, right? You give them either a cross or a Bible, and they call them padrones, which are the people that give them to her. So it's to represent faith or religion, obviously, because it's a cross or a Bible. You give them a scepter. The scepter represents, like, as a queen, they have new responsibilities, or as your princess, they have new responsibilities as an adult, right? You give them a doll, like a doll, because this is the
Annabelle?
last.
Like
Yeah,
Annabelle?
Annabelle. Yes, you give them Annabelle because this is the last doll. They're no longer a child, so this is a symbolization that they're now becoming a woman. You change their shoes so that prior to this they wear flats like a kid, like a child would wear, and you change them into heels, and that's like the transformation of going from a child to now a woman. And then earrings or necklaces.
Are the parents doing all this? Or are they?
So
do you
it's
pick
it's
people to
it's
do it?
yeah. So they're called padrones. So the parents do a lot of those things, but then you have like the brother would give the last doll, or the family members would do this. The godmother, godfather would do some of these
Does she have
things.
godparents?
She does not have godparents. She was never baptized.
Jeez. They do something before this, I guess.
Right. I don't believe Tristan was ever baptized either.
Jeez.
We're not very religious. Anyway, but then you give them like a necklace and earrings, and that's also to remember family, faith, blah, 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 blah.
Starting to see why she picked this.
Right. All these gifts.
She started just reading up on it. Man, I can just treat like a
She
princess.
did ask. She goes,
I'm a princess?
She goes, what's the difference between a sweet 16 and a quinceañera? I said, well, honestly, one's 15, one's 16. I go, But then there's a lot more traditions with the quinceañera than there is the Sweet
Yeah.
16. The Sweet 16 is just a party because you're 16. You know, it's like a fancy party. Quinceañera, there's a lot more traditions to it. And she's like, I don't know. That's when she was talking about, I don't want to be made fun of because I'm not really Mexican. I go, who gives a shit? Do what you want to do. I don't care what you do. And so she's chose the quinceañera.
It'll be fun. So you gotta buy all that. You gotta buy the food. You gotta buy the kegs. Every quinceañera I've been to, there's like at least 2.
I won't do kegs. I'll do case beer. Kegs is terrible.
Yeah.
And I'll do a BYOB is what I'll do.
Yeah, that's usually what.
Yeah, I won't do a. I'm not having. Well, unless the place we decide to have it at requires you to have a bartender, which
like
means
you
you
can't-
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope not.
No.
So, because now we have a wedding, September, quince in December.
Who's gonna DJ it?
I will DJ that.
DJ Juan?
No, I will DJ that. And I told her, I said, it's going to be Mexican music.
Oh yeah, you have to play.
I said, we'll play some, we won't play all the Mexican music ever known, but we're going to play a lot, just so you know.
There'll be a lot of Salinas.
Right. No. Some, though. Very exciting. A lot of planning to do, not a lot of time.
Yes. Yes.
Seems how she just told us the other day.
Yeah,
I
like
decided.
You said, you got a big wedding coming in September.
Right.
So
It's going to cost us a little bit of money, and then I told her, I said, but everybody, so it's just like a wedding. So it's just like the wedding party.
Yeah.
So the girls that are in your quince, they've got to buy their,
yeah, you got to get the
they
dresses.
got to or rent their dress. The guys got to rent their tux or whatever they're.
And then you got to take lessons on the dance.
Yeah, so
learn the dance.
that's
and
the
all
other
that
thing. We've got to get a dance together, and then there's like the special dance, like the surprise dance thing with her and her girls, and the guys can be a part of it too if they want.
Because that last one we went to at the Crazy,
Yeah,
Audrey and Mason were in it, and they
Yep.
had to
Yeah.
do all that shit.
I've been in a ton of them, and it's a lot of practicing for the quince.
Yeah. Was your else dance like Too Legit to Quit, MC Hammer or something?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was very good. No, I mean they were just whatever. I told her, I said, I know we went to my cousin's daughter's quince. Yours is not going to be like that. Just know
Was it,
that,
like,
that
huge?
Oh, it was.
Like a massive one.
It was so much.
Remember
It was great.
Remember they used to show those on MTV, the celebrities
Oh,
throwing
yeah.
their daughters those Sweet 16s.
That's what this was.
And it was like insane.
Yeah, I said, don't
The amounts of money.
get it twisted.
They'd always end with some like brand new like Mercedes or something for these kids.
Yeah, that's not going to happen either.
Yeah.
I went to one quince and they gave this girl a brand new car at 15.
But
I
you
was
can't
like-
drive for a year.
I was like, what in the fuck are we? A brand new car at 15? I didn't get my first car that I paid for until I was 17.
And I got my first vehicle at 15, but it was a vehicle in layman's terms.
Yeah. It's something I still had to work on before I could drive it.
It had 300,000 miles on it. You couldn't floor it.
It flat out.
You couldn't. It was a standard, which I only had drove like once,
Yeah.
and they had a hole rusted in the side of it where
That's okay.
a bird had made a nest.
So you carried a family around
Yes.
with you.
But I was, and you know what? I was excited to have it.
I
My
was too.
granddad threw me the keys. He had found it for like $500.
Here, I don't want it. You can
Yeah,
have it.
and I grinded them gears because he's like, get it back to the. Just driving that back to the house. No AC.
Hey, yeah, you do.
It was a little Toyota 85.
Your car had 265.
Yeah.
Two windows down, 65 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, 65 miles an hour is a little stretch.
235. How about that?
Yeah, it was a little 85 Toyota that had a little, like about that big a space behind the seat. I don't know what you would call that.
6 inches, 9 inches of
I don't know
space.
what it was called.
It's
like
probably still on the road.
Probably those old cars like that.
I won't tell you.
He said Toyota.
Yeah, I won't tell you what my granddad called him.
Hey, did you talk? Have you talked to Lamont since we talked shit about him?
Yeah.
Just through text. I haven't. Oh well, I did see.
We need to say something. What do we need to say about him this time?
I did see him Tuesday.
We need to make sure he listens to the end.
Did he say he goes into work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon like we saw?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I don't have anything else. Do y'all?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Nah.
We'll see y'all later.
Later
Bye.
then.